Hello, hello. Sorry, I am an hour later than usual. I had stuff to do this morning, and when I was finally done with all of it, I took a nap. And it was 10 minutes before I normally go live. I gotta eat, so that's why I'm an hour late, sorry. By the way, you might be wondering, Zex, why is the victory music playing? Look at this nice level up. I have enough for 6 boxes now. How sick is that? Now, if only it didn't go up by 1 point, and then I think Pork said it eventually goes up like every other level up. Real stingy with that Inca-Phaline. Either way, now I am over quota here. Let's get under that. Nice. I just run out of boxes, really. 10,000 rats or 1 Mephi? Which one wins? You can just shove the rats into the bus, bro. Or, I don't know, open up... hang on. Throw it... okay, hear me out. Throw a piece of cheese past the barrier where we saw Heathcliff and, well, Faust and Dante run into last time. Just throw some cheese back there. They'll all funnel in there and they'll all get trapped in their emotional purgatories or whatever the fuck is back there. I don't know what's back there. Maybe we'll never know what's back there. Either way, I gotta do this real quick. By the way, here's the current status of everything. This should be 20 pulls on its own. I have a Deca extraction ticket and I have 11 regular extraction tickets. Oh, those rats. You mean... is that specifically the first fight in Ruina? Because if so, I mean, same thing. Maybe they'll chase the cheese down the tunnel. Maybe that's being needlessly reductive of them, but, you know, I mean, they were pulled in by a book of nothing. Maybe they really want cheese, too. Okay, either way, that's the current thing. I'm going to quickly do a Luxcavation. Well, actually, I got a couple more boxes just now. I'll just skip it. Thought you meant real rats, bro. Skip a second one, sure.
치열했으나 좋은 끝내기였다. 이제 우리의 활로를 찾을 수 있겠군.
Okay. Do we do the pools right now, or do we do a little bit of the story first? I was just running my daily stuff. I think I am gonna be missing... oh no. There's defeat 10 enemies. Nice. 3 more boxes. Huh? What? No, it shouldn't be. I changed... I didn't hit save. I didn't hit save. Alright, hang on. I'll fix that right now. Restream moment. I even double-checked, bro. I guess I just didn't hit save. Okay, you can refresh, and it'll be the right title. Don't worry. It just said I went offline. I hope that's not the case. Okay, there. That should be fixed. I guess we can do a little bit of the story. I think Yomu's on a trip, so Yomu's not going to be here. Might see Bob Test. So, we'll wait until we do the polls. Oh, off stream, I did go ahead and do all of the skipped nodes. There wasn't really much to mention, you know, just more of the robots, I'm pretty sure. And, oh, the Spanner, Rose Spanner fixers. And I swear I killed the boss on this one. Yeah. Unless he ran away, I wasn't paying attention. Nico, that's his name. We'll do like 1 or 2 story nodes real quick, and then I'll do my pools.
그럼 이제 네 쪽에서 설명해 주겠어. 줄였네?
Oh, we're immediately picking up here. Shren blankly looks at Dongrang, her face wooden as if she'd forgotten how to make expressions.
언제부터 저쪽 편에 붙은 거야?
He did run, okay.
논란은 신용도 안 하네. 앰플도 없이 멀쩡히 살아나는 직원들이라니. 이런 건 계획에 없었어. 너무 치사하잖아.
That explains why she threw all her ampules on the ground. Water? Sure.
연구실에서 네가 따라가겠다고 했을 때 이유를 묻는 내게 이렇게 대답했지. 동료가 셋이나 죽었어라고. 우리 쪽에서 죽은 사람들은 셋이 아니라 5이야. 해방 연합에서 죽은 사람들의 숫자가 3이었지.
Oh, I mean, that was. You sure you're a scientist? What a slip up.
아, 그리고 너 개인 전산 기록도 봤어.
뭐야, 그런 것도 가능했어?
최우수 직원의 특혜는 날밤을 까도 설명하기 모자라다니까.
Oh,
그 망할 놈의 최우수.
is it really just jealousy? That's a little disappointing.
퇴사한 란 선배랑 엄청 긴밀하게 메일을 주고받았던데.
Also, I didn't read the Battle Bus comment, but I did see it.
내가 커피 마시자고 보낸 메일에
I am thinking about installing Fortnite again alone, so don't remind me.
하긴 너는 입사할 때부터 란 선배를 존경했지. 비밀번호도 보고 싶다 란 선배던데.
아니, 잠깐. 이해가 안 됩니다. K사 연구소만큼 안정적이고 복지도 높으며 각광받는 연구원 자리는 없습니다. 그런데 왜 이런 테러 집단과 내통을? 전 당신 정도면 꽤 미래가 충만한 연구원이라고 생각했습니다만.
그래, 슈렌네. 네 입으로 직접 말해줘.
I'm all ears.
왜 저들과 뜻을 함께하게 됐어?
눈물이 멈추지 않으니까. 너라면 무슨 뜻인지 알겠지?
Oh, well, we couldn't hear the rest of what Tren tried to say. At first, it looked like a red line was drawn on her body. Then we realized it wasn't just a line.
슈렌네 씨,
Cut clean in half, fluid splashed from the severed hemisphere of her brain, as if to convey that regeneration ampules won't heal this.
닥치고 동작 금지. 숨도 쉬지 마.
Excuse me? The people who saw Shren along with the wall behind her without even letting their footsteps be heard were... Alright, oh. I think I missed that. The people who slew Shren along with the wall behind her while letting her even their footsteps be heard were... Who?
그림자 속에서 움직이는 반푼이 해결사 놈들. 특별히 그 음반이라고 불러주지.
Fixers inanely treading shadows. I don't understand Sangria.
그런 해결사라면 시협회인가요?
We know them, right? Well, at least I've seen the IDs. Were those in Ruina as well?
도시에서 암살만 전문으로 의뢰받는 해결사 협회예요.
Split the pair in half.
저희가 함부로 상대할 수 있는 자들이 아닐 거예요. 물론 얼마로 어느 과에 해결사를 보냈는지가 중요하겠지만 류주 씨만 그 기척을 간파했으니 만만한 5, 6과 따위는 절대 아니겠죠.
슈렌네 씨, 대체 왜?
벌써
She was the association with the pre-damaged fixtures in Ruina, and you have some IDs. Okay, so there was like, not gang warfare, there was like inner politics going on, and they kept sending out that one team that wound up in the library. Ryoshu clicked her tongue and complained about the assassin's retreat, even though I couldn't hear or see them at all.
어이가 없군. 내부 분열이라니.
란 선배는 슈렌네 씨가 입사할 때 사수였어요. 단테 씨, 보셨죠? 같은 회사 동기들 사이에서도 내통이 발생하고 있네요.
You implying something's gonna happen with one of my sinners, bro?
배신, 분열, 동참. 어느 집단이든 간에 반복되는.
You implying something's gonna happen with one of my sinners here, pal? Not sure there's any point in telling me this.
당신의 수감자들
Okay, he's just outright saying it.
어디까지 믿나요?
I'm sorry, what?
사실 아무것도 모르잖아요. 저도 슈렌네를 전부 알지 못했던 것처럼.
Look,
그렇지 않나?
you haven't seen what it's like near a golden bow when one of these sinners resonates with it.
내가 이 중 누구와 연이 있었는지도 모르잖아.
It was Yisang, no? No? Ideal, indeed. See? Even Urge knows. Well, I still don't know what the fuck is going on. Such is the joy of reunion. That's the current Arknights event. Oh, that's not a good screen. Looks like we're almost there. I can sense the golden bow resonating nearby.
근처까지 도달한 모양입니다.
My computer's pissing me off. Like it's continuing to highlight my taskbar, so I see like notepad. You can't see the text, but I see notepad. I see all my all my other stuff. I'm gonna move this to my other monitor. There we go. I might have to resize Limbus. Let me know if it looks off.
잘 됐네요.
Why would Angela
아마
do
거기에
this?
제가 놓고 온 사진이나
We'll pin it
사진이
all
있을
on
거예요.
her. Sure.
연구 기밀 문서도요, 동랑님.
Yisang picks up an ampule Shren dropped from the floor and carefully examines it.
친절하네요. 주워줄 필요까지는 없었는데.
가꾸려. 이 재생 앰플. 아까 K사의 싸움꾼들과 기계들이 맞다툴 때 이스마엘 양에게 강제로 주입되었던 붕괴 앰플이라 했던 것과 동일한 규칙에 난바요.
Wasn't this already implied?
그건 시리얼 넘버라고 하는 겁니다. 앰플을 분류하는 고유 넘버링 방식이죠. 앞자리가 오면 오리지널. 잠깐. 이걸 왜 설명해주고 있는 거지?
오리지널. 이스마엘 양에게 주입되었던 붕괴 앰플 역시 그 본질 또한 재생 앰플과 다르지 아니하였는가?
Oh wait.
이 재생 앰플은 뭐랄까 정제되지 않은 원액이거든요. 대중적인 재생 앰플과는 조금 달라요. 지금 무슨 생각을 하고 있어요?
아무것도.
나를 언제부터 알아봤어?
닭들을 사육하는 장면을 내보였을 때부터 연구실만 보여줘도 충분했을 일을 구태여 은밀한 실험실까지 내보여준 것은
맞아. 다른 사람은 몰라도 내게는 내 성과와 성공을 당당하게 보여주고 싶었어. 그래도 섭섭하네. 오랜만에 재회한 옛 벗에게
곁에 남은 벗은 더는 없다고 생각하여.
변한 게 없구나. 넌 예전부터 소중한 걸 병 속에만 간직한 채 구경하는 걸 즐겼지.
그대는 그걸 밖으로 내보이고 싶어 견딜
벗이라였는가? 이상, 자네는 이 여정 속에 제외하는 벗이 아주 많군.
Thank you, Don. I needed a little bit of mirth.
지난번에도 그 음흉한 색안경을 낀 자를 마주했지 않았나?
아하. 재회의 기쁨은 이미 누렸던 모양이네요. 그리하여 나와는 이렇게
Was that one of the dudes? Oh, the name is on the tip of my tongue. The name is on the tip of my tongue. The ones that show up at the end of Canto 1. I cannot remember the name of the group. It's like right there. What's the name of the group though?
그런데 이걸 어떡하지? 아직 한 명 더 남아있는 모양인데.
What do you mean?
슈렌느의 밀고로 조직원들은 이 건물을 이미 다 빠져나갔다고 생각했는데 그건 아니었나 보네요.
Someone walks in, exuding a suffocatingly thick scent of flowers, holding a bright golden branch in her hand, an object now familiar to me. She had worn a monochrome photograph in her other hand.
잘 나온 사진이야. 이제 세상에 단 하나밖에 남지 않았지.
Whomst? Oh, I don't think a name is known at this point. Oh, okay. I thought we'd known them. Hello, Bob Test. How odd, you are further than me now. Well, that's on you, pal. Play your cantos, brother. Don't read that. Okay.
아, 여기나 저기나 어느 하나 반갑다는 인사를 해주는
Whom's is
친구가
this?
없네. 사진 돌려주지 않겠어? 안 그래 보여도 소중하게 간직하고 있었던 거라.
동랑님, 함부로 다가가지 마십시오.
선원, 성급하게 나서지 마라. 황금가지가 파괴될 수도 있다.
판단해, 동의야.
파우스트가 금방 회수할 방법을 떠올릴 거예요.
자꾸 두드려패서 해결하지 못할 것들만
You
나오냐.
can see that?
성질 뻔네.
Save your points, bro. We're almost at 250 followers on Twitch. The shattered glass looks like a cat. Shattered glass where? This one? This one? This one? This looks like a Pac-Man to me. I'm drinking water. Everyone yells and shouts with their own goal in mind. Regardless of the noise, the person with the golden bow steadily walks this way. However, instead of going for dongrang,
그리고 향긋한 그 냄새. 나는 땅이 꺼지는 듯하였지.
she plunged the golden bow in her hand into Yisong's chest, and Yisong collapsed on the ground.
네가 기어코 내 눈앞에서 그를 택할 줄은 몰랐어. 이건 돌려줄게. 사진 따위 순간에 박제한 것에 지나지 않으니.
It's a doomer way of looking at it, man. R.I.P. Yisong. Yi sang his last song. Thank you, Bob Test. Thank you. Even while drenched in blood, the golden bow still glows, contrasting the golden dazzle. The faded monochrome photograph slowly falls to the floor. What is happening? Also, I think I've seen it's a Yi song with yellow flowers coming out of him. That's not what this is. I don't think that's what this is anyway. Did that skip anything? No. Alright, let's do one more node. Yi sang had
그때를
a
생각하면
moment most unideal.
나는 늘 둥실둥실 떠 있었던 것 같소. 그래, 마치 하늘을 날아다니는 듯한 기분으로 생을 견디고 있었지.
That's his bad end ID, I think. Right, we get bad end IDs. You're right. I forgot about that.
그랬기에 나는 내게 날개가 있었는지 반푼이었던 것인지조차.
이상, 또 잠 안 자고 연구만 한 거야? 그러다가 객사한다고 몇 번이나 주의를 줬는데.
쟤는 우리랑 달라. 한 번 파고들면 잠이고 밥이고 다 내팽개쳤던 거 기억 안 나?
됐어, 동백. 그래서
Dongbei.
이번 낭수레에는 어떤 걸 우리한테 보여줄 참이야? 그렇게 밤낮을 버리고 방에만 틀어박혀 있으면
이번에 나는 거울이라는 것을 만들어 보았어.
Everyone looks so young here.
그래서 언제나 분명하지 아니한 것이오. 내가 그날을 후회하는지.
Yisong, you alright? Yisong's eyes slowly opened. Their lives are so easily light, so easily recoverable.
이번에도 어김없이
A flash of light burst out of the golden bow, right as it pierced his chest, blinding everyone for a moment. And Dongbaek had disappeared in the meantime. The smiles the people in the photograph made at each other were now nowhere seen. And Dongrang cast his eyes into emptiness, reviewing the situation we got into.
동백은 틀림없이 저를 찌를 생각으로 기다리고 있었을 거예요. 제게 K사 직원 외에 조력자들이 있다는 건, 그 중에 이상이 있다는 것은
I
몰랐어요.
don't trust what you say.
아, 일부러 이상 씨를 이곳에 데려온 건가요?
제가 기습 당할 걸 알고 방패막이를 데려왔냐는 건가요? 제 예측 능력은 보통이 아니긴 하지만
결과적으로는 잘 됐습니다. 목숨을 노리고 찌른 공격이더군요.
뭐? 무슨... 아니, 우리 동료가 대신 칼에 찔려서 죽다가 살아났는데 잘 됐다는 말이나 하다니.
Don't bother, McGregor. Don't bother.
저희 쪽에서 신체적 손해를 배상해야 할 부분은 없지 않습니까? 혹시 심리적인 문제라면 청구하셔도 되겠습니다만.
아니 그러니까 지금 대기하는 말이
되었어. 아픈 것은 한 움큼도 없어.
When I turn the clock, every consequence is reversed. Torn clothing, bloodied stains, even the smallest scars are undone. But that doesn't make the cause of those damages something that never happened. Which is why I have to ask. Are you sure you're okay, Yisang? Yisang shut down my last attempt to inquire with a simple yes, so I couldn't try again until now. But that man named Gubo had no problem raising his weapon against Yisang while claiming to be his compatriot.
그래. 여지 궁금했겠군.
This time, he didn't seem to have any intent to dodge my question.
한때 나는 구인회라는 단체에 몸을 담았어. 구보, 동랑, 내 가슴팍을 찌르었던 동백. 관리자, 그대가 배웠던 면면들이 함께였지.
The League of Nine.
그러나 어느 날 분해되었고 흩어졌어. 각자 결쳐 그랬을 뿐이야.
뭐야? 그뿐이라기엔 너무 많이 빠진 것 같은데?
One second, just fixing something. There we go.
여차저차해서 헤어졌고 어쩌다가 서로에게 칼을 휘두르는 사이가 되어버렸네.
아니면 처음부터 친구가 아니었을 수도 있겠죠.
그저 순간이요. 순간이기에 뿐이라 함이 썩 들어맞소.
He started talking a lot. He hasn't turned into a chatterbox just yet, but I had the feeling that he'd soon become more talkative. I was reminded of Faust mentioning once that he was never really the quiet sort. Are you really sure you're okay, Yisang?
언제나 괜찮았어.
If that was his true nature, then this might not be a bad thing. Still, my feelings say that I should care for his well-being. From your recent memory, have you had any particularly happy or painful moments or something like that?
그대, 유독 오늘따라 내게 관심이 많구려. 썩 달갑진 않으나 그대가 평소와 상이하니 내 대답은 해주겠소. 구태여 뽑아보자면 최근에 가장 기뻤던 일은 낭술회를 했을 때 가장 절망스러웠던 순간은 그대를 처음 만난 그 숲. 그곳에서 끊어졌다 믿어 의심치 않았던 목숨이 재생되던 순간.
Damn. Pensive emoji. Damn.
그리고 지금이요. 변치 않고 재생은 언제나 완벽하다는 걸 어찌 대답이 되었는가. 이제 걸음해야 하지 않겠소. 갈 길이 멀어 보이는 것 같소만.
As he walked ahead, I could almost see it. Although the wound was perfectly erased, there was still a hole in his chest, wide open with no signs of mending. That was an interesting look at Dante. I don't know if I've ever seen him at that angle before. Also, why does this look like they're in like the 1800s? This couldn't have been more than like 10 years ago, right? Just saying. He said the thing. I'm gonna make another Inca failing box. Just because we were getting close to my cap. Alright, do you guys want to do the polls now or do you want to save them for later? Oh, Unchanging, the name of the Canto. Thank you. I was about to ask what you meant by that. Alright, what are you guys thinking? Continue the story or take a pull break? You can pull now if you want. Let's do it. Oh, hey! Look! I'm almost done with this event. Oh, by the way, I didn't show this, but this is my current progress. You may have seen it while I was going through the UI. And it looks like I was right. I'm gonna... about there. There we go. Anyway, I got 40 pulls. Let's do it. Okay, 30 pulls are going to this, and then I might do 10 on this, just on a whim. Bina? I'm good, thank you. Well, you never know what you're gonna get, so let's see. Time for a 10 pull. Oh, it's using my regular tickets first. Yes. Just double checking. This is the new one. Yeah. Hello, Bowser. All right, Bowser. We want to see a green here, or a yellow. 2 reds. I'll just auto pull that one. This one doesn't matter.
공평하게 죽음을
At least this one I didn't have before.
뭐랬더라.
I had to rewatch the VOD to remember what you pulled. Forgot how good / bad it was. It was kind of bad with all the dupes I got. She Association. Heathcliff. Heathcliff, you're the one that cut Tren in half? And then I guess the other one was a dupe, yeah. Yeah, hadn't seen you in a while, Bowser. Alright, here's my Deca extraction ticket. Damn! That's pretty brutal, dog. I mean, I'll take all of the Don Quixote ego shards. Alright, this will be the last one we do from this banner. Hey, ooh! You showed up just in time, Pork? Hang on. The pork chop Marth, good luck, charm? Alright, and we gotta go clockwise. What do we got? Hey, and a yellow! Wow, okay, I know you guys hate when I do this, but we're going one by one, damn it. Alright, I want to see Sinclair or Don. Pork just summoned a green? Yes, he did. That's a lot of Roja. And Ryoshu. Same one I just got. Pequod. Alright, what is this? Oh! Oh! I think I have one of these for... what's his name? Merceau. The middle little brother, Sinclair. Cool. I hope this is a bleed ID, because I could use more bleed. Alright. Here we go. Ah, it's an announcer. I wish these weren't green, bro. At least it's hot. Unfortunate. Alright, well. What a god-awful... Walpurgis. I think I duped... What's the word? I think I duped the new IDs. I think I duped Gregor 3 times and Faust twice. And then I never got this, so let me go ahead and pay for it. Alright. Announcer dupes become thread crates, at least. Okay. You got 3 of both of them. Okay, well then, Jesus, I got 3 of both of them. Don't get too excited. I steal all my friends' luck, so it's probably a 2-star. Damn. The middle never forgets. At least it's hot. Excuse me, Bob Test? Let's see. No thank you, Bowser. I appreciate it, but best of luck with that. Alright, I'm just gonna buy Yisang's ego. Would have been nice to see this happen naturally. Naught shall remain. Whoa, 300 starlight. I mean, I'll take it. Damn. Zexel literally said that about the announcer voice, or I'm deaf. What do you mean? Oh, I said at least it's HOD. H-O-D. HOD. Not hot. The middle is kind of an all-in faction because you really need Big Envy, Violet Chains, and Uptie 4. Damn, that's asking for a lot then. Alright, I have exactly... Wait, hang on. Is there raid up for Enclair in here? Not Enclair, what's his name? What's his fucking name? Fraudlip. Philip. Those are all announcers. Those are egos. technically, no, actually. Well, no, that's not that. That's not what I'm looking for. Either way, I'm going to do 10 more pulls. With those, they can turn their counters into S3s, except Merceau, strictly support for the others. Okay. Was in WN3, so he's not right up either. Damn. Well, I'm going to pull 10 from this one, just because I can. I might not get anything, and you know what? That's fine. It's the last of my pulls. I'll start saving up for the next WN now. Green would be nice here. Ain't that just how it is, chat? Ain't that just how it is? Alright. Okay, time to start saving up for the next one. What awful fucking luck, dude. I had tons of luck at the start, and then jack shit this time. Okay, in that case, we're probably gonna dispense Philip. And I want this. I want this real bad. I don't have a charge team or whatever this is. I'm pretty sure this is like a unique charge. Yeah. But I still want it. And I want this. Because damn, that's cool. Queenie Don kind of sucks. Don't care. Awful Rose and WN7. Eek. Okay, so how do we do this, fellas? I would like Sinclair. And I have been chipping away at my boxes this whole time. So I'm actually down 100 boxes now. But I have 258 Dawn pieces, and I have 370 Sinclair pieces. You want a Solemn Lament Yi-Song, or SL Song, to go with the Ego? Sure. What the hell was that? Okay. Divide it by 3. So open 10 Sinclair boxes. Gotcha. If you want to do the math for me, I'll be very happy. Because he's legit almost mandatory for syncing. I'll do it. We've got a lot of yellow boxes. I'll do it. Sinclair. 19! That's 11 under the max roll, I think. Okay. I am at 389. I need 11 pieces. What, open like 5 of them? What's the math here? I don't know anything about... okay, now open 4. Wow. Okay. If you guys want to do the math for me, I'll take it. That was unideal. You hear that? That was unideal. By the way, I have quite a few of these already, so it won't be that hard to craft Solemn Lament Yi-Song. 2 boxes. All right. Hoping for a 6 roll here. Damn, bro. What happened to my luck? Just 1 box now, right? Because I could max roll it. Oh, whoop, wrong one. What if I just go pull at the fucking gotcha? What if I get a Sinclair, it'll give me 3. There we go. Alright. It's not so much that Queen of Hatred Dawn is bad, as she's not actually better than W Corp Dawn. A launch ID. Oh. Damn. Do I have W Corp Dawn? No. Well, then I'll craft that one. Oh, no, not W Corp, but I'll still craft Love and Hate. Queen of Hatred. Okay, so... well, Purgus knocked, and I'm looking for Dawn Fixer Office. Let the man have his fun. So unassuming at first. And then he undergoes ego death, and that... waxing pinion or something. Okay. I want to craft as many things as I can since I'm not going to be pulling anymore. We'll be taking this. Was hoping to pull this naturally, but, you know.
떨릴 때가 있는데 겁쟁이처럼 보이지 않았으면 좋겠네요.
Oh, they give you like a little sneak peek of the ego. Oh god, what's it called? Not manifestation. It was a specific term. I can't remember. Fair enough. It's really only SL, Song, and Burn support that's mandatory. Okay. Well, I mean, I wanted Dawn Fixer Sinclair anyway, so that works out. So let's make Yi-Song next, since we need him. Ego manifestation. Thank you. I thought it had another word on top of that, like rampant ego manifestation. I forget what. Yeah, I could be remembering wrong. Holy shit, it's laggy so much for me on the Twitch side. I'm gonna see if YouTube is better. Really? Huh. Well, keep me posted, I guess. Volatile. That's what it was. Pulling this would have been cool too. Okay, I'll craft this. Hopefully I'll have enough to craft this, and I'll hopefully have enough to craft this. But we'll see. Then it's back to saving up. So I'm at 230. Believe me, as cool as she is, she's kind of just whatever to use. Oh, Reap Ryoshu, that is. Okay. Damn. That's unfortunate. Let's see. Inventory. Alright. I have 230 Yi-Song boxes. What is this divided by 3? Or rather, however I'm missing, what, 170? I could bust out a calculator. 56. Okay, thank you. $56 boxes. That's the most I've ever opened at once. Ouch. Oh, okay. 333. I need 67? Don't say that. You have to say 67 or the Zoomers are going to start panicking. 22. Okay, I'm feeling exceptionally not lucky right now. 45? That seems like a big number. 22 left. I think. Yeah, 22 is what I need. 7. $11. I need to double that. All WNIDs are strong, but some are merely good. Reap, Queen of Hatred, but others are absurd. Solemn, Dawn, and KOD Roja. I'll be hopefully making Roja as well. I thought you accepted the numbers as numbers. You know what? You're right. None of the Zoomers are freaking out when I say 6-7, so maybe as a society we have grown past whatever the hell that brief stint was. Hang on. How many do I open now? I need 11. 5? 4? 4. I was off by 1. 8. Well, just 1 now. Coincidentally, I have 1. Hey! That's something. I still have 500 on the dot. And I'm halfway through Dawn's required ones, and I don't know where I am on with Roja. I think further behind. Which one is Roja's? They'll probably want the axe. Yeah. We're about halfway there. On the dot, baby. 6-7 is just the new 6-9. No need to judge the new generation for their brain rot. Fair enough. I mean, but the numbers didn't really mean anything. It's fine. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how it happens. I will never give up the fight. All right. Solemn Lament. Right? It's this one? Yeah. Skills 1 through 3. And I finally have an ID for Yi-Song that's not Pequod. I'll take that, honestly. All right.
잘 알았어. 잠시 충동적인 마음은 접어두고
My boy.
보지 않겠는가?
Nice. Okay. By the way, I did see this and this. Both of these would have been cool to pull, but I mean, such is life. I also wanted this. This looks cool, but apparently it's not very good. And I actually don't remember what we said about this one, but I wish Gregor had the ID as well. Because damn, he looks sick. Alright. We should probably focus on the better one of the two, and I think Yi-Song and Solemn Lament is sinking, so I should make another good sinking ID. We'll go with Roja next. Although I need much more for her. Hey, Matt. How's it going, bro? Magic Bullet is pretty good for Otis, but the Queenie Ego isn't as mandatory for Don's ID. Good, because I don't think I'll have enough to craft that as well. I definitely will not, with the kind of luck I've been having. Alright, as far as Roja goes, I have 167. Coincidentally, the numbers are there again, but I'm just simply stating that. 77. It's more luck if you tab through the arrows 76 times instead of typing it out. Roja. 143. What does that put me at? 310. We need 90. What is that, like 30? 30 boxes? Yeah, okay. 30 boxes, Roja. 60. I got like 2s on all those pulls right there. Meaning I think I need 30 left. I need 30 left. So 10? I'm assuming, since if I max roll all 10, that'll be the 30 that I'm missing. $22. I need 8. 3 boxes? Because if I max roll that, that's going to be 9. Nope. I need 1 box now. Nice. At least I max rolled that one. MB is a bit less good of an investment purely because the burn meta has moved from Dark Flame to Tremor Scorch Hybrid. Okay. And she's bad at making Wrath red chains. Does she fit at all with the Dawn team? The Dawn Fixers. Not D-O-N, D-A-W-N. Alright, well. This seems too cool not to. So I will partake in this, thank you. The sword sharpened with tears.
내게 남은 건 너를 처음으로 담당했다는 볼품없는 긍지밖에 없는데 결국 선택받는 건 그쪽이야?
Ah, damn. Yeah, I vaguely remember that, Bowser. Let's see. I mean, she certainly can work with them. It's just that Tremor Scorch on its own and massively outdamages it. Wow. She's still usable, don't worry. Just showing her age. Don't be mean. Or maybe be mean, actually. You can be mean to Otis, actually. I won't hold it against you. Points at my screenshot of Don Gregor hitting for 20,000 damage. I think I remember you boasting about that, yeah. R.I.P. Reindeer Roja. She's cute, but, I mean, not Solemn Lament. Sword Sharpened with Tears is just that much better. Why does she even exist? Because Reindeer Roja sounds cute. Alright? Those two words together that gives dopamine. Or not dopamine, but gives a pleasant effect. Anyway, let's look at the inventory. I am down to 379 boxes. We've crafted what I need to. Now I would like to craft Dawn, and if I have anything left over after that, I actually don't know. I'll probably just be better off saving it, because there's no way I'm getting 400 Roja shards again, unfortunately, because this looks so cool. 47 boxes for Dawn. Alright, Dawn. Can you even carry 47 boxes? Let's see it. Slime Frog Adventure. The Universe Destruction. Well, sounds kind of cool. 47 boxes for Don. Don Quixote. 103. There's still good stuff to invest in? Well, I'm all ears. I need 39 boxes? It's going to be like 15 boxes, 16, 17, somewhere in that ballpark. 13. Harnett Salt, since you missed him last time. Yeah, how am I doing with Merceau? That's Otis. Which one of these is Merceau? Probably the chain one, yeah? 134. Okay. Let's see. 13. 23. I need 16 more. Five. All right. 8. I got half of what I needed. I'm gonna open 3 boxes. Hoping for 9 there. I did not get 9. I'm opening 1 box. I'm opening 1 box. Okay, you could have given me that last time. Alright, I'm gonna make Dawn. Because I want this. Oh my god. That was adorable. I love that. Best extraction animation and then some, bro. Whew. Okay, let's look at the current stacks. I'm at 200 Gregor. I'm at 134 Merceau. What does Hornet do for me exactly? Pork. I know he was really good solo. But what else does that do for me? One of your favorite ID animations. Same here. They know what they were doing there. He does burn and bleed. Okay, that sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty dang good. Alright, how many do I need? Amazing burn count and a bit of bleed. Alright. Well, burn for the burn team. How many boxes do I need? I'm at 134. And I'm down to 300 boxes. Maybe we'll have enough for something after this. But that depends on how lucky I get here, I guess. 88. I'm looking for a chain. 172. I need 94. Is that 30 boxes? 30, 33? 31. Once again, getting not half of what I need, but not exactly what I need either. I need 32. It's like 11. I'm thinking, because that would be 30 max roll, and then 33. 33 at max roll. 19, damn it. I need 23 more. If I need 20 more, what's the closest I can do with this? No, 13? Well, how many do I need now? Wait, these give up to 4? Oh no, these give up to 3. 21 divided by 3 equals 7. Alright. I did the math wrong. Damn. Okay. Never claimed to be a mathematician. Damn it. 10. Well, it's one box now. Right, video game? It's one box. It's one box game. It's one box. Thank you. Alright. I will take a good burn ID. I got to use Pork's Hornet at the last WN, and it was very cool.
작업 시작 시퀀스 확인 완료. 개체 T0450의 38번째 통찰 작업 진행하겠습니다.
Damn, that was actually a pretty cool animation too. Alright, I have 170 boxes left. As far as things are concerned, Faust is very close to crafting something outright. Gregor is halfway there, and everyone else is like halfway to 1/3. Besides the WN dependency, Burn is generally easy to run. Cool. I did a bleed, just yesterday I did a run of MD with a bleed team, and it was alright. And I didn't really have too many crazy good bleed IDs, I don't think. Regret also works great on him because he can fuel the Wrath for it. Then you just need someone to fuel the Pride, likely Magic Bullet Otis. Nice. Alright, what do you guys think? What is even left? I mean, this would have been nice, but I'm not getting 400 more Dawn Shards. That's being hopeful. There's a difference between being hopeful and delusional, and that would be delusional. Apparently this isn't that good, despite how cool it is. Jaeyoung's Mail? Jaeyoung's office? What do you do? Sinking? And Tremor. Sinking and Tremor. Sinking and Tremor. Let me see what I have for Ishmael real quick. I don't think I have anything for Ishmael. I don't have anything for Ishmael. Well, there's literally no reason to get Regret Faust. Damn. Which one is the Gregor ID? Because, I mean, I did just get this last time. I mean, not only just this, I got 3 of this. Or I could save the rest of the boxes. I don't really know what else is up for grabs, though, is the thing. I've been trying not to look through these because it's a bit spoilery. It's kind of cool. Tremor, Bleed, and Open Wound. I am halfway through with Gregor. What am I looking at with Ishmael? 161, about halfway. Edgar Ishmael is a decent sinking backliner, but Zhangmail is way better. Okay. Sure. I think this solidifies, like, all my teams. Well, not all my teams, but I should have very good sinking stuff. I should have very good burn stuff. I guess I don't really have a whole lot for bleed, but we'll save that for another day, I guess. Capitano Greg is good, but suffers from the fact that there's literally only 2 bleed/tremor IDs. No, we don't count Endon. What, you don't count? You don't count Don? That's all I have, bro. All I have is like the middle little brother. I guess I do have Hook Office. I was able to get bleed count after I got a bunch of ego gifts. Half of shards. Let's see. Half of shards depreciate into thread at season end, which will probably happen around the end of summer. Okay. Oh, really? So I'm gonna lose all of these? Everything has good count in empty. Fair enough. So what you're telling me is I'm gonna lose half of this. Ah, that sucks, dude. We're so close to a Faust thing. We're halfway to a Gregor thing. What if I went and made Burn Fist Gregor? Then that would invalidate the fact that I pulled Dawn Fixer Gregor. Just means you gotta use them. In that case, sure. How many Ishmaels do I need? If I'm at 161. $79. All right. Ishmael. Why have I never seen what your thing looks like? It's Heathcliff. There we go. 164. That seemed like a good roll. 325. I need 75 more. With enough MD runs, you can still probably get something for at least Greg and Faust. What do you mean by that, Pork? 25. 48. Not ideal. 23? 27. What would that be? 8? 9? 9. Yeah. 10. It's like 4 boxes, I think. Ugh, 1 box. Ah! Oh, no, that's exactly enough. Alright, let's do it. Since the luck was not with me this time. Tremor and sinking. Coin power +1. Okay. It'll be nice not using like the basic IDs anymore. Alright. She's also discard, okay. Well, she's also discard on Ruina, so makes sense. End up pushing up daisies. Damn. Should I just burn the rest of my boxes, or do these carry over after season end? I'm at 52. I think it's unlikely that I get anything. I could pour a bunch into boxes. Also get halved into thread crates. All right, what's better here? I'm way closer to getting something for Faust, but I don't even know what Faust has that's good. Gregor doesn't have a whole lot. Maybe I could craft like an ego or something. You can still shard stuff anytime before season end. Okay. And you know, I get what you mean about doing MDs now, since you get 3 boxes every level up, and every MD gets you so many boxes. Yeah, I probably could get something for those two. I can get this for my boy. It's like unique sinking? That's unique sinking, yeah. The best value thing you could get for Faust would be her everlasting ego. Where is that? It's not WN, right? I'm scared. I don't want to see some of these things yet. Season 4 event. Everlasting. Damn. That's pretty as hell. It's Tremor. Tremor burst, then reduce count by 1. Tremor first, then burst. Wow. This looks kind of sick. Only attack weight of 1 though, but you know, it is what it is. The corrosion version's 3. Oh, on the topic of corroding egos, I saw the shark one. I don't know why, but my Faust hit, I guess, negative 45 sanity, and she immediately became a shark. I tried not looking at it, but it looked like a blood beam. 4 bursts and lets you assemble Tremor Exodia. Do I just pour the rest of my boxes in? Because that looks kind of sick. So many tremor bursts, she's recreating the San Andreas fault in the city. That sounds pretty cool. I mean, I'm gonna have a tremor / burn team question mark, so any kind of support like that'll be nice. What do you say? I need my right and left hand to agree here. And this is not WN, so I could just craft this later, but I'm worried about that season end. She'd also go well with Don Foss, that's why I'm recommending it. Sure. I tried running a Tremor team once, but not many of the things that had Tremor on my team had Tremor Burst. So I was kind of just stacking it without any, like, anything after. Like, they weren't capitalizing off of it. That's Rupture. Tremor. Yeah, this is hardly a Tremor team. Canto 10 might get delayed. Okay. In fact, this is mostly Rupture. I guess the Dawn IDs will work in this, right? By the way, I would like to up-tie as many things as possible. If you got, like, a order of operations here for me. They'll announce when the new season is coming. It won't just suddenly drop. In that case... we'll save the boxes. I think. And then off-stream, I'll do a bunch of MDs. I mean, I've been doing at least 4 of them a week. That's like, what, 4 times 3? It's like 12 boxes, I think, when you do an MD, because it's 4 level ups, question mark. So whatever 12 times 4 is. That many boxes. A week, I guess. Alright. Pretty happy with that. Do I even have... I have a sinking team. Feels good, man. This is sinking, right? Oh, no, it's charged, not sinking. Whoops. Do I even have a sinking Dawn? That's poise. This is burn? That's burn. In that case, I don't have one yet. Dawn has no sinking ID. What? Yeah, you what, mate? Well, I know what is sinking. Let's see. That. This is... Or was there... Oh, no, we got a better sinking Ishmael. We got... Jeong office. Later this chapter, you will finally unlock thread excavations that don't suck. Nice. I've been getting 9 times 3 a day. I'm out of, as you can see, I'm out of Encephaline modules, though. You're right, you're right, you're right. And it's not overwriting any of his other ones. Badass. If you up-tie his ego... This one? Oh, yeah. Also, I'm gonna need someone to explain red coins again. Who else did I get that was sinking? Roja. Oh, he means check the passive. Whoops. If you up-tie his ego... On-hit base skills inflict 2 tremor. Whoa! Always active when you have the Solemn Lament exclusive effect? What the hell? Damn, how much? I mean, like, that seems worthwhile. I have 600 threads anyway. Am I good to up-tie egos? I haven't actually touched this yet. And I think I was told that there is no cutscenes. For 30 thread, that's a steal. Alright. I don't know what the economy's like. I was born with a silver spoon. The wilt-winged butterfly feeds upon the pauper dew in misted breath. Damn! The Tremor itself is only okay, but making him legally a Tremor ID for Synergy is insane. Hell yeah, bro! That sounds awesome! So we got... Hornet? No, this was Burn Tremor? Burn Bleed? Burn Bleed? This is the sinking team, so we need that. I've got that. Is there a sinking ID in here? I believe this is Bleed. That's Bleed. I believe this is Poise. This is Rupture. This is Poise. Threadspin 2 always unlocks the Ego passive. Well, then I have no idea what I've been missing out. Do you have Mariachi Sinclair yet? No, I do not. But I was actually looking at that the other day. I know, I'm trying not to look at these, but actually, no, it wasn't in the dispense. It was in this UI over here. Hang on. Whichever one of these lets me pick Sinclair. Dude, he gets like a Dia de los Muertos aesthetic going on. I fucking jive with that shit, dude. That's one of my favorite aesthetics. That's his only sinking ID. Oh no. It's probably not worth picking then, huh? That's only in the UT. Ah. Okay. Mostly a support passive on legs. Damn. He looks so cool though. I mean, I'm Hispanic, so I'm a little biased, but I love this aesthetic, bro. I guess it is just him like this at the start. Nah, man, what a glow up. I got that Morocco Tacos Mexico Sinclair idea. I'm jealous because that thing's cool. Would you like my opinion on this? Sure. Sans any spoilers, alright, pal? He's an evade tank without any way to get aggro and janky 2-star launch numbers. Damn. Verg's here to drop a tutorial on us. Urge. Scroll down. In what? The picker? Because we haven't decided what to use these on yet. Hotline Miami looking ass. Is this the only way to get these? Because actually, no, I've pulled most of these, I'm pretty sure. These are all in the dispenser and extractable. Nice. Oh, not very suitable for a sinking team. That's fine. I kind of just want him because I love the aesthetic, but I don't want him bad enough to craft, so. If it's not from an event, you can pull it. All right. I should spend one on Chef Ryoshu since she's an event ID. And you can't normally get event IDs? I thought the Chef IDs were hot garbage. Or was that just Gregor? Shaft and my boys, sadly. At worst, she's a healing on-kill passive on legs. It's Pierre. Also, this is such a nice aesthetic right there. Greg was bad even by year 1 standards. Damn. She actually has surprisingly good numbers despite being S1. Okay. Well, she's bleed. And paralyzed. Oh, no. If they have paralyzed, then inflict HP healing down. I got the tickets just for having a new account. I got them last WN. That's when I first started. I immediately pulled Moused, and my account's luck took a turn after that. She doesn't get any conditionals or such, but it's still insane numbers for a Season 1 ID. It says a lot when her UT4 barely adds anything. Whoa. So everything is pullable except for this event one. Most of these are not very good. 1018/15 for her skills is kind of nutty. You did also roll Regret Where, I remember so, and FAAS Ryoshu. Fragrant Aroma and something something. I mean, I don't know what else I would spend my tickets on. If it's not something that I need right now, I guess we can push it off again for later, but these have been sitting in my account for a little while. Faint Aroma and Solitude. Thank you. Then I have this one, which has the biggest pull, it looks like. Oh my god, season 4? It keeps going! Holy shit! Oh my god, I don't even know what any of this is. Was that a D'Artagnan Don Quixote? Damn, that is incredibly based, but I don't know what that is. You have, like, the only usable Season 1 3-star ID already, and Claire. Okay. I have been getting a lot of use out of him, by the way. You just gotta make sure you keep an eye on that sanity. Some of the others have good support passives. So specifically, this is only Season 1. You know, if she wasn't a psycho cult leader, I would find this kind of cute. It's got that same, like... Hang on. Miku Hatsune MMORPG Addicts Anthem kind of feel to it. I think the original art has her flipping the camera off, though. Yeah, it does. This is a Miku Hatsune song about Phantasy Star Online 2. I don't know. I mean, if it wasn't Cromer, I would find this kind of cute. Neat, Faust. Exactly. Anniversary ticket with seasons 1 through 6 plus any standard fare IDs that were released at the time. You got the Chord sync IDs. I don't know what the Chord is. Let's see. My friend calls the sync IDs kinky IDs. Excuse me? Yep, you also still have a season 2 ticket, which is probably going to Molar Office Otis. I used my anniversary ticket to get the middle Sinclair you pulled. Wow, really? Okay. Oh, then you know what? Let's use the Season 1 ticket IDs. You said this one's good? Or, well, which is the one that you said was like a good passive support? Oh, of course. The other half of Pierre and Jack. I was wondering what that was. Heard a video pronounce it as Shank earlier. Huh? Instead of sink? Ryoshu? Alright. Okay. Chef de cuisine.
왔나? 파이 하나 먹고 갈래?
What kind of pie? It is a pretty good emoji. It's my face right now, as I'm seeing whatever's happening here. Okay, Ting Tang Hong Lu or G Corp Greg? What does this guy do for me? Bleed? Okay. I don't think I had a Hong Lu bleed ID yet. S3 kill streaks? Oh my god! It reuses it on heads? Damn! Is full stop Hong Lu good? I got him a few days ago. I couldn't tell you. Hello, box of octopus. You missed all the pools. I'm using the last of my tickets here. You said either Ting Tang or... what was the other one? G Corp Greg. Which one is G Corp Greg? Oh! Is this like bad ending Greg? Damn, I know this is like the roughest point in his life, but I think he looks pretty sick. You get such a pre-smoke war, post, or rather during smoke war. His support passive is good, I think. Which one? Honglu? And maybe his collab ego. Oh, insane, but kind of needs full stop Heath, and maybe his collab ego. Okay. If you can only get one, FS Honglu functions better on his own than Heathcliff would. Paid pulls are better because you can feel the money going down the drain. No, absolutely. Absolutely not. The only time I paid was to buy the Battle Pass box. I just saved up my pools. Ting Tang support passive gives damage, G-Corp gives healing. They're both mostly good in solos due to only affecting one ally. I see. But this is all just standard pool, right? Like, I could get this again eventually. Because I actually think this looks cool. Rupture, 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 Rupture. I mean, I do really like Rupture. What are your Honglu choices looking like? Let me check. I've pulled quite a few things, actually. Some people were clearing Canto 8 with Ting Tang. Whoa. That's what I got. The event ID from like a couple weeks ago. This one seemed weird. This one seemed weird. This is Bleed. This one seemed weird. And I think this is Burn. Quick hold clicking Zex. Could take either then. Well, I have a Rupture one already. I played this game when it came out on mobile, had a horrible experience with it, buy the Battle Pass because I want the bus girl narration, Keron, and stop playing after. Well, your account's still there, I suppose. I started 3 months ago during the last WN. DSC is discard / sinking and usually insane. Was that this one? No. This one. Huh. I looked at the skills and it seemed kind of weird. I can't preview what the skill 3 looks like here. Okay. Oh, well, as far as... Well. Let me look at that Ting Tang one again. So what is the passive? Heal 2 times Gluttony Resonance next turn. One ally with the most SPL does 20% damage with heads coins. Whoa! Damn! And the Greg one you said was healing. Less than 25% HP, heal by 5% of max HP after winning a clash. The ally with the least HP heals 5 HP after winning a clash. If I hadn't gotten a Rupture ID yet for Gregor, I probably would have picked this one. Basically, the game plan for DSC Honglu is discard his S3 to empower all of his other skills. Cool. Once he's uptight, he can discard his S3 to permanently make his S1 and S3 a 3-coiner, or S1, his S1 a 3-coiner with the rolls of a single coin. Wow. Same thing with a lot of mobile games, actually. Some I quit because gameplay wasn't my cup of tea, and then they announced crazy collabs. Yeah. I usually only have it in me to play like one mobile game at a time, but right now I'm playing 2. I'm playing Arknights, and I'm playing this. And Arknights, we're getting a PC client next month. I can't fucking wait, dude. It's almost exactly a month away. It's like middle of August, I believe. Oh, in fact, I'm probably going to do an Arknights tier list later this week. Either tomorrow or the day after. If we can wait on this ticket for now, honestly, then I will. We'll hold off on everything else. Let me get the rest of the teams briefly updated. Should I uptie anything right now? We just got Dawn Claire. And if I had to choose between regular Philip and Waxing Pinion Philip, I'd rather have the Blazing Archangel version. Apparently the one collab that's guaranteed to pull me into a game is Hatsune Miku. Did you play Fall Guys when there was a Hatsune Miku collab? Did you play Fortnite when there was a Hatsune Miku collab? Because I did Fortnite. I basically only played the rhythm game mode though. That's very fun. I wouldn't uptie anything if you aren't going to use them immediately. Even if I have like 600 threads? Plus, you can get a Season 1 guaranteed 10 ticket from Railway 1 rerun eventually. Say that 10 times fast. Alright. Alright, we'll call it there then. And continue the story. I want to see what I got. Like, I haven't seen the new IDs in action yet. I won't be able to crutch on Mouse, though, since I'd be using... what was her name? I cannot remember her name now for the life of me. Don't uptie Donclair to 3 until you finish this chapter. Okay. Alright. Well, in that case, let's just continue with the story. I'm apparently like halfway done with Canto 4. I don't think we're going to finish it tonight. I got a couple more nodes in me. 29 out of like 30. This is a good chapter to use syncing in, but mostly use just whoever's leveled. Well, if you put it that way, hang on. I could try this out. And I have this leveled up already. I could level up these two. And then, I don't know, just throw in Mouse. Definitely add Yisong to the team. Okay. I think I was already using Pequod, so sure. Nice. Add the ego, yes, thank you. You need to do it for every team, yes. Is 25 good enough? I think the current level they want me to be at is 30, though. I'll equip this. Should I also... I kind of want to use it. Butler Faust is actually pretty important to syncing due to her S3 inflicting echoes of the manor. Well, it is one of my only syncing IDs. Faust is good for now, though. I'm going to bring in Roja, which allows you to print syncing count, basically. That sounds pretty good. I'm going to level up Roja. I want to see this in action. Let's get her up to 26. You can absolutely uptie Roja, though. Hell yeah. I wanted to read this anyway. Keep in mind, this is old content designed for IDs with trash rolls. Alright. Let's do it.
나는 맞설 거야. 내게서 추출한 눈물과 별자리를 가지고 네가 나를 선택했건 그렇지 않던 간에 난 관리자님의 명령을 수행해야만 하니까.
We haven't seen whatever the fourth magical girl is, right? I think there was going to be a fourth one. You can get away with being underleveled. Okay. The child's footsteps alone exude a crushing sense of melancholy. Every step insidiously seems to convey these distracting thoughts and palpable dissatisfaction to the very hallways of the welfare team. This sensation becomes even more blatant, more invasive, when she passes the office, passes the once familiar and frequented containment unit. Why wasn't I chosen? Why didn't you choose me? The resentful heart seems to convey. Hey, Miss Roja. Another busy day, huh? Miss Roja? Hey, sorry, I was thinking about something. Are you sure you're okay? I heard you've been pulling a lot of all-nighters lately. I guess I really do look that tired, huh? Yeah, the manager's been assigning me so many containment units recently. Oh man, maybe we should talk to Mr. Cassett about this? I mean, it kind of doesn't make sense for them to be so neglectful of a welfare team employee's welfare, right? Even the Sephiroth have to answer to someone, you know? It's entirely up to the manager to decide which abnormality we get to work on. That's true. I've got the opposite problem. I keep getting assigned to the same abnormality over and over again, and it wasn't even that interesting. Most of the time, she just doesn't say anything or whines and moans. I'm usually the one who has to talk. And whenever she did say something, it just never made any sense, you know? Saying stuff like she used to be a knight. Oh, yeah, right. Are you headed to manage O-01-73 again? No, ever since that abnormality gave me something, I don't know. The manager's not been assigning me any management tasks. I'm not complaining, since I've been really tired as of late, but I just hope I'm not getting intentionally excluded from work. Wanna swap schedules with me, then? Oh, I can't possibly. You're the team's model employee, Miss Rojan. I couldn't even dream of surviving your packed schedule. I'm just not good enough for that. Oh, sorry. I'd love to sit here and talk, but I really gotta get going now, so... Yeah, then go. Good luck with your day, too. The child stares blankly in the employee's general direction as he slowly walks away. She wasn't looking at the employee. It's that floating thing above his head. A sigil, a gift from an abnormality. It's the blessing. The blessing of a proud knight, bestowed upon those she promises to protect. The blessing can provide highly effective protection for the employee in battles against abnormalities or ordeals, but those are insignificant details for the child. All that matters is that she wasn't chosen. What's so better about him than her anyway? What did he do better than her to deserve this? Her mind, captured by a sense of inferiority, spirals endlessly with question after question of this nature. So she glares at him like she's trying to bore a hole into him. This child was transferred from a different team to the welfare team when it first opened. The reasoning behind the manager's decision was clear or unclear? I missed it. Was clear. A new WoW risk level abnormality had appeared, the Night of Despair. To manage O-01-73, an employee's sufficient competency was needed. And she was indeed quite competent. It has been quite a while since her employment began, and the sheer fact that she was still alive was proof enough of her value. Thus, she became the first employee to manage O-01-73. There were positives of this decision to pair them together. The abnormality's ego gear was quite good, and it was a rather easy abnormality for the child to handle. However, the downside was that the reason this child found it easy to handle this particularly reticent humanoid abnormality, O-01-73, was that she felt free to share all of her thoughts with it. And that led her to developing this idea that they were kindred souls, that they were friends. Imagine being her, deprived of the blessing, the very token of that friendship. Imagine watching that very token being given to someone else entirely. Maybe she simply spent too much time in that ego gear, enough to have her senses corroded by that cold, depressing sensation. That would have been better than whatever this was, because the child would never had to feel this sense of betrayal toward that abnormality. The manager's decision, however, was quite precisely made. The child, who was quite exceptional, did not need the blessing. It was better given to a still fledgling employee to improve his chance of survival early on in his career, which is why he constantly assigned that child to different abnormalities to prevent her from gaining the blessing. He already knows everything there is to know about this abnormality, even before he assigns it to a containment unit. Well, let's continue on. That detail isn't that much of importance anyway. What matters is that there was no way for the manager to explain his thought process to the child. The other employee, much less competent than the child, ended up a cold, dead corpse in the merciless conditions of his company. This company. Been a while. And when the abnormality escaped, the hollow pride that she still sought to protect someone broken, it encountered an employee with an icy glare. No, her old friend. You've become so twisted that you can't even return my greeting. More of that boring, old, useless self-loathing over failing to protect that kid, isn't it? That's what you are, what you do, after all. So, why didn't you just choose me? I would have gone out. I wouldn't have gone out like that kid did. Not that pointlessly, anyway. A wailing cry tears across the very space itself. A reply, or an expression of wrath, stung by her words. The floating blades soon gathered around her. Gonna skewer me with your sharpened swords, huh? Fine. The child raises her own blade in preparation. The same blade as the ones floating about the abnormality. Still, it still hurts me deep inside that you did not choose me. But I realize that I can't mope around forever. I'm busy as hell. Got plenty of employees I've got to protect. A whole bunch of rookies just got hired, you know. The upper layers have been doing even worse. Miss Malkuth's finally about to snap from the crushing workload, apparently. They say that she's been acting stranger and stranger as of late. So, I've got to get up there and help them out. I don't have any more time to waste messing around with you. The child bites her lower lip, determined, and assumes a fighting stance. Sure, I don't even have a smidge of pride left, but that doesn't stop the burden of my shoulders from growing, does it? So, I'm gonna live up to that responsibility, at least. Let's go home, O-01-73. The child will probably survive this suppression effort. She'll succeed at it too, but her suffering will continue, and this sense of gloom will eat her alive. Her unusually high level of attunement with the ego gear makes her stronger, but allows for deeper corrosion. And the longer she wears it, the more resonant the abnormality's voice shall become in her head, torturing her. It is inevitable. Even still, she will work herself to the bone and fight on to take responsibility for the tasks that are given to her, because that, in her mind, is the only way for her to be chosen, if such a thing even happens. Fitting, isn't she? Her twisted thoughts, they fit this cold, cold corporation so well. Wow! That was really fucking cool. I mean, I feel bad for Roja, but that was really fucking cool. I wish they had better artwork of breaching. Like, we only see like glimpses of it right there, but I would have loved to see better artwork, like a better look at breaching Night of Despair. That was really, really cool. The hint towards Malkuth core suppression. Yeah, I was picking up on that too. Interesting. And then in WN8, we finally did a Dusk Ordeal. Was that the previous one? Let's see. Worst case scenario, you can borrow a Dawn Claire with 30 plus level advantage to curb stomp that fight. That's a little worrisome. Or anything modern, really. Recall that agents with the Knight's Blessing cannot be assigned to do works. Yes, I do remember that. That's why the dude was just kind of loafing around. Koja is the rare inverse potential woman. She thinks she sucks despite objectively being competent because she isn't being assigned anything that makes her feel special. Yeah, Amber Dusk. That made me very happy, actually. That was really cool. Alright, let's see her in action. And once again, I'm gonna make another box because we're getting kind of close. Alright, finally, let's continue the story. The next one's a cutscene anyway, so. So we just never find out why Tren defected. Or maybe we will.
이 지부에 전파 교신 장치가 있었던 모양이군요.
His phone was intensely vibrating as though the calls set it on fire.
네. 지금 바로 돌아가겠습니다. 연구소에 또다시 습격이 있었던 모양입니다. 아까보다 테러범들의 숫자도 위세도 더 증가한 것 같다고 하네요.
Makes sense.
근방의 서동은 우리를 일부러 이곳에 발목 잡아두기 위한 유인책이었나? 네 놈들의 내통만 아니었다면 충분히.
Otis lashed out in frustration.
낯설긴 하네요. 로보톰이 지부에 와서 환상체 하나 마주치지 못하고 가는 건 처음인 것 같아서요.
We fought the Bronze Bull earlier.
그렇네요. 환상체들이 얌전히 아리되어 있던 것도 신기하고요.
기술 해방 뭐라는 놈들은 환상체에 손 한 번 깠다가고 알로 되돌릴 수 있는 능력을 갖추신 분들인가 봐.
구체적인 건 직접 봐야 알겠지만 환상체를 알로 되돌릴 기술을 지닌 사람들이라면 그 이상의 기술도 보유하고 있을 거라는 건 분명합니다.
이거 조심해야 할 것 같은데 동랑씨. 하우스트 씨는 불길한 소리를 허투루 내뱉지 않는 양반.
Gregor, please.
어떻게든 될 거예요. K사에서 제일 가는 연구원이랑 그보다 우수한 도시에서 제일 가는 천재 둘이 함께 하잖아요.
Alright. Come on, man. I want to see my new IDs. Is this at least a fight? It's a story and a fight. We're still gonna have a dungeon at the end of this, right? As soon as we got back to the lobby, we could see a panic-struck employee, or rather panic-struck employees run before Dongrang and Samjo.
동맹님, 잠깐!
다들 얼굴이 시퍼렇게 되어 있네.
The situation looks pretty tense. It's kind of awkward to stand like this. As I meandered in the lobby, murmuring meaningless things to myself, Don Quixote scuttled to a shelf.
이곳에 꽂혀 있는 이 책들은 무엇인가? 그림이 반짝반짝하오.
Thank you, Don. I'll quit out, because I forgot to deploy my new IDs. Damn it. But after this, sounding a merry hum, she picked up a storybook. I peeked at the book she opened. Yiseng also turned his gaze toward the book, possibly bothered by something about it. Soon a golden haze unfolded.
모두가 고개를 떨군 채 땅을 바라보며 살던 시대에 하늘을 바라보며 사는 이가 있었습니다. 그 눈에 들어온 것은 하늘에 반짝이는 별들, 이름도 없고 누구도 봐주지 않던 별들을 이어가며.
Are these Walpurgis pools? I don't know, that's what that looked like to me.
이름을 지어주고 내키는 대로 이야기를 만들곤 했습니다. 이야기라는 것은 끝이 없는 실타래와도 같아서.
Define skein. A length of yarn or thread wound into a loose, elongated coil.
Skein.
Thank you. That was kind of loud, Google.
의미 없음 속에서 의미를 찾고자 엮고 그려내니까요. 세상에 담겨있는 기쁜 이야기와 슬픈 이야기들은 언제나 밤하늘에 맴돌았습니다. 그러다 어느 날 그의 가족이 매우 큰 병에 걸려 죽음을 앞두게 되었습니다. 그는 여느 날처럼 하늘을 향해 그 슬픔에 관한 이야기를 하였습니다. 그러자 그의 머리 위로 물방울이 떨어졌습니다.
Seems like a Benjamin Franklin moment. Who's the one that did the gravity? With the apple falling on his head?
위를 올려다보니 별자리가 그에게 말을 걸고 있는 게 아니겠어요? 내게 이름을 붙이고 이야기를 만들어준 자야. 나는 너를 통해 지상에 던져지고 시간에 떠밀려져. 새 별은 본래 소망을 이뤄줄 수 있다는 거. 내가 내리는 눈물이 네 아픔을 씻겨내어 줄 거란다. 그리고 나서 세상엔 하루 반나절 동안 비가 내렸습니다. 그 비를 맞은 자들은 모두 씻은 듯이 나았습니다. 병을 앓던 그의 가족도
Is this Faust voicing this, by the way?
되찾았답니다. 이제 그와 그의 가족들, 도시의 사람들은 매일 밤마다 다 같이 하늘을 보며.
그래서였군요. K사의 고유 문화 중 하나가 매년 특정 달의 밤에 비가 오면 사람들이 우산 없이 밖으로 나가서 비를 맞는 거랬는데. 설마 또 저만 아는 사실인가요? 아직까지도 K사 둥지와 뒷골목을 여행하는 자를 위한 안내서 책자 안 읽은 거예요? 아무도?
As expected, Ishmael.
아, 그거 지난번에 벌레 때려잡는 데 써서 죄지급 받아야 하는데.
로자 씨는 지금 이 상황에서 농담이 나와요?
Rocha didn't look like she was joking at all, but Ishmael seemed unaware of it.
그런데 이 이야기 재생 앰플이랑도 맥락이 비슷해 보이지 않나요? 비를 맞으면 씻은 듯이 건강해진다는 게.
그 별에서 내리는 비라도 담아서 만들었다는 거야?
How the fuck? Dude, abnormality, not abnormality. What's the term? How could I forget such a lore important term? What do we call it when you make up a technology and then you patent it? Singularity, thank you. Singularities don't have to make sense, bro.
아니, 그 전에 물 같은 게 아니라 나노 로봇이라며.
What do you think, Faust?
전 연구자예요. 은유보다는 사실에 입각해서 판단하는 걸 선호. 이러한 소위 별구름의 관측과 해석의 영역은 저보다는 이상 씨가 더 잘할지도 모르겠네요. 그이는 같은 연구자일 테지만 저와는 또 다르니까요.
어서 올라가 봐야겠어요. 상황이 많이 심각한
They're
것
just
같네.
bottling up the rain. It's all a placebo.
이번엔 연구실이
I
아니라
don't think a placebo will
실험실까지
regenerate your
들어가
arm, though.
중요하더라고요.
어? 그런데 여기는 너무 평화롭지 않은가?
대피 명령은 내려진 것 같습니다. 다만 지난번에 여러분도 보았다시피 대피를 이미 한 적이 있어서요. 주 70시간 근무 제도에 지장이 갈 수도 있어서 그러나 봅니다.
They're not right in the head here, are they? Then again, I don't think anyone's right in the head in this universe. Working in this kind of place is not easy, huh?
이해가 안 되는군. 어떻게 습격할 수 있다는 거지? 누군가에게 들키지 않고
시간이 없으니까 올라가면.
이의, 우리가 같이 올라가야 하는 이유 한 가지만 대봐.
Tell him.
계약 조건은 완수했다.
Oh yeah.
맞아요. 그런데 황금 가지를 드리고 싶어도 누나.
모분말토.
Is that an acronym?
이거 맞는 거야? 저기 계약서엔 뭐라고 적혀 있어?
글쎄요. 제가 법조계 쪽으로는 약해서.
Can we kill him?
삼태.
삼조 씨 대답하시래요.
삼태.
삼조 씨 이번에 대가리를 깨버린다고.
틀렸어. 지금 대가리를 깬다고 했다.
Do it.
긴급 상황입니다. 긴급. 어서 올라가시죠.
기어코 만단 지혜를 보여주겠어.
Samjo urgently sent us upstairs. The hallway that was clean and calm hours ago has now turned into a complete mayhem, filled with screams and fleeing people. The researcher was crying and clinging to someone who appeared to be a Liberation Alliance member.
도와주세요. 동랑님 살려주세요. 제 직원이 살려달라고 하는데 놓아드릴 생각은 없나요? 원하는 게 정보라면 내어드릴게요. 내일이 회식이었는데 맛있는 고깃집을 데려가기로 해서요.
Everyone here is fucked up in the head, dude.
고기 대신 향 냄새를 맡는 건 조금 불쌍하잖아요. 그렇죠?
정보 필요 없습니다.
이번엔 빈몸이야?
우리 쪽 로봇도 이제 필요 없습니다. 여기 좋은 게 많아 보이는데요.
설마
테러 단체의 적출을 명받았다. 목표는 전부의 적출.
저희 쪽 숫자가 훨씬 많아요. 조금 치사하지만 손쉽게 이길 수 있겠는데요.
나님의 주요 분야는 기계 강탈이었습니다. 전투보단 해킹 특화형이셨죠.
환영합니다. 언제나 당신의 안전을
Do these instant kill my units if they hit them due to the degeneration ampule?
안전을 위하여 전투 중 무단 이탈자 발생 시 조항에 따라 붕괴 앰플을 주입합니다. 120m 이내로 떨어질 시 발사되며 현재 약 49m의 잔여 거리가 남아 있습니다. 앞으로 5턴으로 적군에게 안전 공격을 가하지 않는다면 조항에 따라
Just shoot the thing.
주입시킵니다.
Wait, are we the enemy now?
어째서?
당연히 붕괴 앰플을 막고 싶지 않으니까. 난 살고 싶어.
Okay, but what if you immediately stick yourself with a regeneration ampule after you get hit by a DK one? Did we already go over this hypothetical? I can't remember last time.
전선 이탈자 없는 쾌적한 상태.
그렇군.
저치 또한 자신과 우리의 목숨을 저울에 올려두고 있는 자입니다.
Got it. I gotta quit out though because I want to see my new IDs. I hit retry instead of quit. Deja vu. Have we fought the robots yet? Like, I know they shot Ishmael, right? But I don't remember if we actually fought them. It's fine, Sinclair. Actually, I said it when I'm loading into the node, right? Yes. In that case, I'll get rid of you. For you. Ah!
복제팀의 협조가 필요한 거지.
Sure. This is the first time you fight the robots. Gotcha. Skippa. We already saw this. This isn't a focused encounter though, right? Unclashable. Unused target allies heal by damage number. Deals no damage. Well. Give 1 protection against a random affinity. Deals no damage. On hit, inflict 1 DK ampule. Inflict 1 paralysis. Oh, paralyze is disgusting. You gotta die, bro. Take damage by 2% of 8 max HP. Did you get Pokemon Go? No, not yet, Urge. Koja does best if you use her defensive turn 1. Okay. In that case, I'm gonna do a mouse defensive as well. But they probably have to clash with it, right? Well, this one's unclashable. That's a lot of words. Doesn't matter if it's one-sided. Okay, cool. Meanwhile, this one is actually clashing. Okay. She gets the effect merely if slaughtered. Hulahan. What was that? Oh my god, she has the floating knives. Or not knives, but you know what I mean, rapiers. Welcome to minus SP Koja. Whoa.
나중에 이야기할까? 지금은 기분이 좀 그렇네.
This is okay? This is fine? She now uses the minus coin versions of her skills. They're dark blue now. Whoa, okay. Let's see it. Defense of that.
불가 위야. 막아내지 못하리.
Get in the coffin.
왜 안에 갇혀 죽어라.
Seen this enough times. Nice. She also has a passive that prevents her from dropping below 40 SP from her own skill effects, so no need to worry about her like Enclair. Nice. Also, that was a little middling. It does give unique sinking, question mark? How can I see what he's currently affected by? Oh, here we go. Butterfly. Unique sinking. When hit, the attacker heals 0 SP. Let's has a 0 stack right now. When hit, and if this unit's SP is at less than 0, take 0 wound damage. Reset the departed of this effect to 0, gain sinking equal to living potency, and then convert living into departed count. This effect expires when both the living and departed reach 0. That's a little confusing, but it sounds cool. She can never corrode by losing SP by her effects, but from enemies, yes. Alright. So what do I need to worry about then? Just her having an unfavorable clash on the bottom? We getting the full effect here? Yep. Enough to just straight up Oko a guy. Your regen ampules mean nothing to me. We got 2 of them in a row! Damn! She's got a stinger. I love it. Basically, Butterfly gives you SP on hit if it has potency, and deals gloom damage if the enemy has sinking and butterfly count. Cool. I should have maybe seen if we could have seen the ego. Very cool. This one's just a fight node. May as well. Wild Hunt. At turn end, the potency turns into count, and the enemy gains sinking potency based on the amount of potency count converted. Cool. I'm gonna turn 1 defensive. I'm gonna turn this into a counter. This seems okay. I actually need to double check that this is actually clashing with something. It is. And she should have her speed buff next turn, and I don't know if her skill 3 is coming up. Get in the coffin! So she gets stabbed with one of the swords? Is that what I'm seeing there? Yep. Ouch. Well, it should be healing her SP, because it's an SP... It's a white weapon, right? It's a white damaging weapon. There's the skill 3, and she has the movement speed for it. What is the coolest thing we can see on Koja right now? Me when I sink inside that ING? What you just used, okay. Bam! Oh, right. It gives healing. Yeah! Oh! Okay, that's pretty sick. It looks like it might need like an extra hit at the end, but I like that. How long does Kojia's buff last? Or does using it right away just leave her in that form? Also, if she has sanity at -45, but I don't have an ego that can corrode, doesn't that make her kind of safe? You can stack up to 3 swords impaled, at which point using her skills does add another coin. Cool. That's pretty badass, dude. Whew. Okay, sinking's on the menu. Okay, I'm good to keep going. We're skipping that fight and we're immediately going into a story fight, it looks like. Yeah, Brave Villains. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be back in probably like 2 to 3 minutes. Gotta get some more water. I'll be back. But no, she can't hit -45, but that doesn't stop her from corroding if you use an ego at negative SP. Oh, okay. You know what, yeah. Give me like 5 minutes max. Where are the other IDs? I was told to just use these for now. And you know what? They're pretty sick. I would like to up-tie Yi Song just to see whatever his skill tree looks like, but it might not be important at the moment. Be right back. I guess I will leave you with the funky town music. Be right back. about that. I am back. Being able to set the window theme will soon be an actual feature. Then this can be real. Hell yeah. You know what? Not a lot of you are here, so hang on. I want me to briefly spoil a BRB I was working on. Let's just say I was going to use this theme, if I can find it. Okay, that's a little sneak preview. That's all you get, though. How do I remove this? Get out of here. I didn't finish it, though. Anyway, that's actually part of the reason why I slept in so late today. I had stuff to do early in the morning, and then afterwards I decided I'd start drawing, and then next thing I know, I'm asleep, and it's 10 minutes before my usual start time. Anyway, let's get out of here. We can skip the bonus fight. Just move on to the story.
죽음 충동 억제, 관념 봉인.
깡도 없다는 말은 취소해주지. 우리가 저것들이랑 신나게 노는 동안 용케. 너넨 이제 죽었어. 남의 걸 뺏었을 줄밖에 모르는 변변찮은 헛똑똑이들 주제에.
맞는 말이네요. 그래서 이번에는 로보톰이 지구 안에서 조금 색다른 걸 가져왔습니다.
I have a Sinclair ID that has these. It's a Rupture ID. Oh, that's it? No other fanfare? Oh! Wait, also Fat Slime Man? Sloshing? Who's gonna tell him? That ID sucks, apparently. Oh, that's way better Rupture than my Sinclair ID has, bro. Wasn't just our main branch that was extracting ego. I would hope so, for the success rate of those other employees out there. I'm gonna... do this. I apparently don't need to replace the skill too. What color is your defensive? It's just a defensive. Okay, both of them suck. Both of them suck. You can defend, I guess. Not a lot of fighting going on here. Was his... Oh, it's actually kind of loud. Hang on. Was his defensive stance, like, doing a Tetsuzanko? He, like, turned his back to them with the coffin as a shield? That was kind of sick. Or it may have just coincidentally looked like that. Yisong's having a bad time here. Were these egos so bad the main branch didn't get them? Is my question. Because I don't have any of this in LobCorp. I mean, vaguely that looks like Discord, but Discord armor sucks. Because it's weak to red and everything does red in LobCorp. We can do it this way for absolute res. Whatever absolute res does for me. Ooh. Damn! I didn't see if we have the movement speed. Do you have movement speed? You have 7. That's enough. I don't recognize this battle theme either. Oh, I'm sorry, poor sloshing dude. Have we seen a Koja windscreen yet?
이상하지 않아? 에고란 거 저렇게 계속 유지한 채 남바람에서 쓸 수 있는 거였어? 난 몰랐는데.
You could in LobCorp. I imagine there would have been negative side effects though.
다들 알 거 아니야. 에고는 만능 도구 같은 게 아니라는 거. 정신이 넘어가지 않게 붙들고 있는 거 무지하게 힘들다고.
그리고 누가 그러지 않았어? 이놈들 죄다 연구원 출신이라며.
이건 전투가 능숙하냐 마냐와는 다른 차. 무슨 술수를 쓴 게 틀림없다는 뜻이지.
한 가지 짐작 가능 가능성은 있어요. 만약 저들이 환상체를 아래 형태로 수복시킨 후 로보토미 코퍼레이션과 같이 에고를 발현하는 방법을 알아내서, 다시 말해 황금가지의 클리포트 억지력을 사용해서 침식에 대한 억제 훈련이나 조건에 대한 연구를 반복했다면
오케이.
침식의 영향을 받지 않고 능숙하게 에고를 사용하는 것이 가능할 거예요. 저들이 사용하는 것은 에고이면서도 압축되고 억눌러 범용성을 띠도록 가공한 도구이기도 하니까요.
그렇다면 로보토미 코퍼레이션에서도.
네, 그곳에서는 에고를 해결사가 아닌 대부분
You know it, baby. You know it.
물론 저희가 사용하는 에고는 로보토미사에서 사용했던 것처럼 정제된 에고는 아니에요.
잠깐만요. 황금 가지의 클리포트 억지력을 사용하고 있다는 얘기는 지금 여기 가까이에
있다는 얘기겠군. 황금 가지를 쥐고 있는 동백이란 자가.
이쯤 됐니? 보안 수준이 의심스럽지 않을 수 없군.
You may have turned the volume down a bit too much. All right.
버젓이 이곳 어딘가를 활보하고 있는데 발견하는 자가 하나 없다니.
반박하겠습니다. 라고 하고 싶으나 할 말이 마땅치 않군요.
I don't trust anybody from this Canto, man.
기술 해방 연합은 나름 이름 있는 회사를 퇴사한 연구원들로 구성된 단체니까요.
그런가? 똑똑한 악인들이었군. 아니, 똑똑한데 악인이 가능한 것인가?
너무
Don't think about it too hard, Don.
그렇게나 현명했다면 멀쩡히 다니던 대기업을 관두고 이런 테러 단체에 가입할 리가 없지 않습니까?
원했던 삶과 달랐을 수도 있겠죠.
Wasn't that the same thing that Emma and what's his name? The clowns. They had a decent job. And then they got lost in the forest. Noah, thank you. And then they wound up meeting the 8 p.m. circus or whatever the hell that place was called. Just a regular fight. Simple enough. Yeah, that fight with the really good music. Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll do that. Rather than using your skill 3 right away, why don't we use a skill 2? Can I turn that dark blue for an A-res? No. And plus, I'd rather set up her install. Pretty painful looking. So if I just kept tapping her defensive for 3 turns, it would add an extra attack. Or an extra coin to all of her attacks. Oh, damn. I don't think these fights are going to last quite long enough. 2 mouse skill 3s? Wouldn't it be better to save 1? Although, actually, yeah, she doesn't even have the fucking speed for this yet, bro. Light blue is better, orange is better, green is better. Sure. These fights will not last long enough for 3 Koja defensives. Okay. Probably better off using it on an abnormality boss fight. Which we're not doing the dungeon tonight, by the way, but getting closer to the dungeon would be nice. She still doesn't have enough movement speed. Bruh. Whatever. We're out of here anyway. Shouldn't even need the extra hit, apparently. Damn. So what's the order of operations for uptying here, by the way? I think Pork was saying I shouldn't uptie fill up until after we beat this Canto. Damn. If any at all right now. I have a lot of threads. I guess I'm not hurting for like the 40 lunacy either, so. She should probably be next. Okay. Alright, the next one is a story and a fight. Dude, if this is how long barely Canto 4 is, dude, I don't want to imagine like 8, 9, or 10. Damn, dude. We can go up the facility here. They have like a scary spire. I wanted to reference this last time, but I think I forgot. Card fight, Vanguard, Divines, Paralactic Clash Tower. Like, they keep things generally... Okay, no, there's no specific picture of it. Basically, like, a giant alien pillar appears in town, and a big pocket around it becomes, like, alternate universe versions of everybody. And they're trying to gather enough power to rewrite the entire world to be like that. And it has, like, a big fuck-off evil-looking tower like this. It honestly, it looks like the thing from Dead Space. I don't remember what it's called. But the thing that's causing the necromorphs and all that. Oh, I don't have enough enkephaline. How many is it per box? We can do that many more nodes. Let's see. Don't worry, the Cantos get fewer nodes and less filler fights after this. Oh, good. Looks like you're gonna have to slay that spire. Yes. Sure. We'll do however many nodes I can get out of 70. Starting to get lower and lower level here. Not that it's mattered yet.
곤란하네요. 다른 곳은 상관없지만 그곳이 공격당한다면 차질이 많이 생겨.
No one is reacting the way they should, and it's giving me this sense of incongruency.
동남님, 알폰소 이사님의 긴급 호출입니다.
Director Alonso.
혼나겠다.
Oh, never mind.
삼조 씨가 대신 받아주면 안 될까?
이미 그러고 있었습니다만.
안 되겠네. 잠시 실례 좀 할게요.
While Dongrang was away, we spotted an employee who hadn't been evacuated across the hallway, nervously wandering.
잘 보십시오, 관리자님. 위기 상황에 저렇게 기웃거리면서 돌아다니는 졸개가 보인다면
Otis?
높은 확률로 유용한 정보를 제공할 인물이라는 것입니다.
Otis?
써먹는 것이 현명하죠.
Director at Alonso Dalton? Question mark? Yes.
이봐, 우린 소란을 해결하려고 온 외부 협력업체 직원이다.
그게 슈렌유 팀장님이 아까부터 안 보여요.
She got sliced in half.
대피하려고 말씀드려야 하는데 컴퓨터도 켜두시고.
사실 슈렌느 씨는
그래, 우리가 찾아보지. 너는 마저 대피해라.
She left her computer on.
감사합니다.
자, 슈렌느라는 테러범의 끈앞풀은 제거됐지만 내부 분위기는 어수선하고 컴퓨터는 켜져 있다.
Alright, Otis.
완벽한 전술적 우위 상태지. 심지어 전력을 소모하지도 않았고.
Probably thanks to the pride in this achievement, Otis sounded much more excited than usual, but no one else seemed to care.
슈렌느라는 분의 컴퓨터 비밀번호가 보고 싶다 란 선배라고 했었죠?
We were told she was in close relations with Ran, exchanging lots of messages. If we're lucky, we might find a pending email or some other clue on her computer. It should hopefully give us the insight to the Technology Liberation Alliance too.
말귀를 잘 알아듣는군요, 의외로. 아니, 역시 저의 관리자님이십니다.
Can I give her a noogie? Maybe like put her in a headlock for a little bit.
좋아 좋아. 문제는 어떻게 슬쩍 갔다 오냐인데 우리 중에 제일 의심 안 받고 태어나게 할 사람이 누가 있으려나.
If I had to choose a sinner who can keep a still face and avoid suspicion.
소인에게 맡겨만 준다면 이번에는 기필코.
tie her up and throw her in the back, bro. You don't get another chance. At least not right now, Don. Merceau, think you can handle it?
지시만 있다면.
Yeah, I'm counting on you. I would have sent in Gregor, but considering how poorly he did in Canto 2, maybe not. We can defensive. Her skill 3 is pale, I'm pretty sure. No, it's not pale from Bob Corp, but that color, whatever that is. Light blue. But she doesn't have it right now. I don't need to overwrite the blue skill, so we'll just fight. Not as great distraction, but not good for infiltration. Yes. Merceau is, of course, totally different in terms of composition. It ain't even close, bro. If you told me Merceau worked here, I'd probably believe it. There we go. She's just one off of the buff. Oh, but then her skill 3 is not going to get the thing. Maybe I can do it this way. What if I did 2? There. Does Merceau even make facial expressions? He's one of the sinners we know very little about right now. That's the movement speed we want, Faust. I've seen some ego gifts in mirror dungeons where it's like, if you have more speed than the enemy, you get some really good effect. I don't know if it was more damage or if it was like clash power, but I know it was kind of cool. And then there's one that gives units speed for some reason. I forget which one it is. But I like that one with my Rupture team. Which I don't think we made any Rupture stuff tonight, but my Rupture team was already pretty good. If it was the Marinade from Hell's Chicken, it's Clash Power. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah. Oh my god, why so many fights, dude? I mean, I'll take the lunacy, but I'll take it later, man. I've only got so much enkephaline to go around, man.
와일드 헌트야. 복귀했습니다.
Hey, good work, man.
슈렌네의 메일함에서 읽어볼 만한 메일은 하나만. 인쇄까지 하기에는 환경이 적합치 않아 그냥 외웠습니다. 잘 지내시나요, 선배? 괄호 열고 별 눈물 그리고 물결 표시와 제곱 기호 괄호 닫기.
Excuse me? What are those emojis? A carrot is like the... If you do 2 of them in a row, it's like the happy face. Again, he's simply built different. We just gotta send him every time, man. You can skip those parts.
알겠습니다. 중요하지 않은 내용 같아 보이는 문장 보호는 생략. 선배가 말한 게 정말인지 알아보려고 했는데
그 망할 새끼 때문에 저도 나름 팀장으로 진급했는데 그놈의 최우수 모시기 그거 하나 못 받았다고 안 끼워주더라고요.
This is a surprisingly cute laptop.
그리고 무슨 꿍꿍이인지 그놈이 외부에서 조력자들을 구했나봐요. 신생 회사에서 온다던데 어떤 인간들인지 확인은 안 됐어요. 걔처럼 재수없고 얼마나 모르겠죠. 그래도 계획은 작전대로 진행할 거예요. 그래서 우리는 찬란한 과거로 돌아갈 거예요. 사실 제게 있어서 가장 빛났던 과거는 우리의 목표는 더 장대하잖아요. 그러니까 그곳에서 다시 만나는 걸로 해요. 어떤 기술도 존재하지 않았던. 그래서 모든 것이 더 반짝이게 보였을 거예요.
You wanna go back to the Stone Ages? And die from like... I was gonna say syphilis, but that's an STD. Tuberculosis? The common cold? Stubbing your toe?
거기선 날개가 잘리지 않는 닭들이 초원을 날고 있을 거예요. 팔이 잘리는 사람이 생기면 모두가 위로해주고, 팔이 없어도 함께 살아가는 법에 대해서 배워나가겠죠.
That's your whole thing?
풍족한 음식과 문명, 우리가 누렸던 모든 자원들은 이제 없겠지만,
Just go be like God. Who are the ones that don't interact with technology at all? Mormons. Just go be a Mormon. The Anti-Tech Bro Alliance. I just call them Luddites because that's what they are. Yes, a Luddite is another term for that. Yeah.
아무것도 없는 그곳에서는 온종일 걸을 수 있을 거예요.
And you definitely won't be attacked by people with all this technological stuff that would eviscerate you.
작전에는 외부 해결사들을 데려갈 생각이에요. 제 후임들은 앰플에 지나치게 익숙해져 있거든요.
Personally, I prefer denouncing Venice to boat Mormons. Venice? Question mark?
비약적인 발전을 거두는 것에 누군가의 아픔과 고통이 깔려 있을 수밖에 없다면.
That looked like my old laptop from the early 2000s. Hell yeah! I don't have stickers on my laptop, but I do have some that I was intending to put on. Like my friend Matt, fellow artist, gave me a few. But I don't think I would make mine look like this, though. Oh, reference to in-game religions from a series of Civ comedy skits. Okay. It was not a great laptop, to be fair. You know what? It did whatever you needed it to, probably. Meanwhile, my laptop I got 4 or 5 years ago dies after 30 minutes without being plugged into the wall. It's so annoying.
저는 그 모든 풍요로움을
포기하겠습니다.
Really are just Luddites, huh?
잘 지내세요. 그럼 이만 총총 별별 하트 하트 하트.
그것까지는 됐다니까.
모종의 수혈 혹은 암호일 수도 있기 때문에 생략해야 할지 고민되어 판단을 유보하고 필요한 정보일 가능성을 배제하기보단 관리자님이 추려내는 판단이 보다 합리적이기에 나는 그저 있는 대로 나열했을 뿐이다.
I've never heard Merceau say so much in one breath. Thing had trouble trying to run Osu. Damn. Oh, let's just say it made the table real hot after 30 minutes. Nah, OGs use their old crappy laptops on their lap. My first ever laptop, it would get so hot that there's like a singe mark where my hand used to rest on it. It's not like a singe, it's just like the whatever paint or coating or whatever the hell was on there. It's burnt in like the shape of my hand. We're talking like 2008, 2009 though. It's been a long time.
아이러니하네요.
Either way, good work, Merceau.
그나마 다행이랄까요. 슈렌느 씨가 아까처럼 해방 연합 대원들이 무자비하게 연구원들을 학살하고 있는 장면을 못 봤던 게.
죽는 순간까지 믿었겠지. 자신이 하고 있는 일은 폭력을 끊어낼 고결한 대의라고. 그래도 역시 그렇게 믿은 채로 죽는 편이 나았을 수도 있겠네.
Good intention. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Okay. We'll do this. Don't want to start with skill 1. Or rather skill 3. I guess we'll do skill 1 since I don't want to overwrite skill 3. Sure. But now I got my super PC, which I nicknamed Holga. Nice. I've been using the same computer I made since 2015. It is really showing its age, and then some. But the fact I've gotten this many years out of it is a testament to how good it is. You don't have enough movement speed yet. I think I'm just gonna have to use your skill 3. So we'll do that. Have any luck with your pulls so far? Not at all. I already did all 200, so I got the ego. Olga, Molar off the scale. Close. Basically, in positive coin mode, Koja is a tank, and in negative coin mode, she's an insanely strong DPS. Alright, I will keep that in mind, Pork. Well, now you have all the movement speed in the world, but doesn't matter if you don't got your skill 3. I got dupes of the 2 new IDs multiple times, and I didn't get much else. I was able to craft a bunch of cool stuff, though, like Yi-Sang here and Roja. Took 650 yellow boxes, though. The big downside is that she can't really use ego at all in minus mode. I'm already ahead of ya. I don't have any ego for her in the first place. Skill 1. Let's place that. Sure. I got 7 Gregs and 4 of the announcers and the ego, but had a pity for Faust. Now, I got 3 Faust and 3 Gregors. And I didn't get the ego, I pitied the ego. Bam! She has the best ego in the game, Rhyme Shank. Right, I forgot about Rhyme Shank. I wouldn't mind that either. I kind of wanted to choose it, but we ended up going with Faust. The healing shark. This thing. Fluid sac. All I got was Faust and maybe a dupe. Ah, that's like Surge. At least you got Faust! Did you already maybe have Philip? Because I crafted for Philip, but I haven't used him yet. I was told not to uptie him until after this. Get in the coffin. Evade this. Idiot. Funny enough, I win rate the whole game and never got Fluid Sac. It's apparently the best healing thing in the game, so I ended up choosing that one. You know what? We don't have any cool skills for her. Let's see it in action. Damn, that's a lot of attack weight. Is there a reason not to do this? 0 corrode. Oh, it's because there's only one person left. Whatever, I'm gonna see it. I got the Arknights one. Oh, lucky. So I saw this in MD, but I looked away because I didn't want to spoil it. It looks like it is just a blood beam. But you know what? Beams of blood, pretty sick. You know what else is a beam of blood? Brimstone from Binding of Isaac. And that shit's amazing. Only if you have range, though. I don't like Azazel here. Bam. Well, I also play Arknights, but I wasn't playing this game back when they had the collab, so I unfortunately was not able to partake.
예전보다 많이 나아진 것 같다. 나도. 그러고 보니까
Looks like we got enough for 1, maybe 2 more nodes.
이제 가오를 내려준 아이가 없어졌지.
It's another story? It's another story.
다시 관리를 맡겨주실까?
발광할 시간인가?
It's amazing until you get soy milk. That's the thing, you just never pick up soy milk, bro. I don't care if they improved soy milk synergies and whatever DLCs came out over the years. I just don't pick up soy milk. You know what milk item I will pick up? Chocolate milk. Now that's my shit right there. Charge shots are fun as hell. Soy Brim is great now. I don't like soy milk, though. What about Curse of the Blind? What about Curse of the Blind? Let's see. Faust key slot is famously mostly healing ego. What rank was the one that I'm going to craft, Pork? I would like to craft a Faust ego. I already forgot the name, but she looks very holy. At max tiers, it auto-fires, and past that, it converts into damage up. It's almost pure upside now. Really? Everlasting, only wow. Okay. I did my best to ignore the fierce glare at my clock from below. Oh, super soldiers? Is that what's the other Iron Man? I'm not a cape shit kind of guy, sorry. But he was cool. War Machine? I only remember him from like the cartoon when I was in elementary. Yeah, War Machine. Thank you. I love Isaac too. I've been meaning to play more of it lately. Let's see. I noticed a group of staff walking this way, carrying an imposing aura, unlike any other K-Corp employee we've met.
K사에서 온 직원인가 보군. 어이, 저쪽에 그 대피 못한 연구원들이 보였는데 말이지.
Gregor. No, I haven't played Mugenics yet. They ignored or Gregor's rather, words and proceeded upstairs.
저들의 목적은 구출이 아니에요. 침입자의 제거 및 기밀 기술에 대한 보안을 담당하죠.
Couldn't dispatch those right away? Dongrang interjected like he's always been there. I suppose he's got done with the call.
구조는 1등급들의 몫이잖아요.
1등급이면 해결사와 같이 엄청 높은 직원들인 것 아니오? 역시 고결한.
I'm gonna animate Dawn getting head patted, and I'm just gonna put it on screen every time she does something like this.
예? 둥지에서는 1등급이 제일 낮고 숫자가 높을수록 우수합니다만.
뭐지?
Can I hear that one more time?
뭐지? 그렇다 해도 목숨을 구조하는 일엔 귀천이 있을 수 없는데 어찌 역할이 나뉘어 있다는 것인가?
I say this a lot, but just a little ray of sunshine in this dreary world of ours. Yeah, only Merceau's built different. Only Merceau is competent. Well, Ishmael's got a good head on her shoulders, and Otis has a good head on her shoulders, but she has a forked tongue like a fucking snake. And I don't hate her. She's got like a master class in a PhD in ass kissing. But anyway.
숫자는 돈처럼 많은 게 기분이 좋잖아요. 이야기가 조금 길어졌는데 걱정할 거 없어요.
뭐? 승인?
원래는 이런저런 서류 작성도 해야 하는 것 같은데 위기 상황이니까 절차는 최대한 건너뛰기로 하죠. 괜찮겠지, 삼조 씨?
Have you used any support, by the way? Just, I used Pork's Hornet Merceau for the event last Walpurgis, and I've used a handful of supports for the event a couple weeks ago.
뭐
That's about it.
사흘하고 반나절 정도 야근하면서 보고서를 제출하면 어떻게든 될 것 같군요. 그리고 엄밀히 말하자면 저분들을 보고도 안 하고 연구실로 데려온 것부터가 문제였습니다.
I'm sorry, Bowser. I've mentioned this before, but I'll say it outright. I'm streaming another game. We're all invested in this right now. I can't take my attention away from this to whatever you want to talk about. I'm sorry, bro. I appreciate you stopping by, but not a good time. Best of luck with whatever you're doing, though. Seriously.
아니 그러니까 무슨 승인인데?
아무래도 동백이 그곳으로 향한 것 같아서요. 감상실.
Dongbike.
그곳은 정말 보안 절차가 까다롭거든요.
감상실? 말만 들어서는 무엇을 하는 것인지 감이 안 오네.
보안이 까다로울 이유도 모르겠고요.
연구실의 제일 꼭대기에 있어요. 원래 접근하기 까다롭게 해놓으려면 둘 중 하나잖아요.
All right. This was a fight note as well, right? Okay. Let's see. We'll do this and this. And I don't know if chaining colors is that important, but we'll do it anyway.
목을 내놓고 있도록.
We'll admit, it does look painful. Do you at least have your 10 movement speed? Not even close! 4 movement speed! Oh, maybe it didn't clash with something. I do just tend to hit auto and not use my brain. We'll do that. I think both of these will give movement speed, and then 2 of those. What color is your defensive? Not that it matters. Sure. Alright. How much further are we from the dungeon, guys? I could do that right now. Yoit! What if we did this? Never mind. You need a yellow, 4 light blue, and 2 dark blue. We haven't even reached the actual boss. Okay. Solemn Lament Yi-Song, unsurprisingly, perfectly fuels Solemn Lament Yi-Song. Alright. Alright, can I see it now? I need a yellow still. I guess I did have a yellow skill, but I kept overriding it with the defensive. Pork said the thing. Even off stream now, whenever I happen to mention the word ideal or something, me and Prismy are like, ideal? It's been brain rotted into my brain now too. There was a spider in my home and I had to take care of it. Gotcha. Welcome back. The PM brain rot is setting in already. Unfortunately. Alright, can I see it now? I don't have a yellow yet. My kingdom for a yellow. I'm gonna get a yellow here, actually. If they live this long. I don't think they're gonna live this long. I've got a very dumb question. What determines how long they clash for? Because sometimes they'll go like for 10 plus chains, but not every time. Alright, I want to see it, damn it. We're not going to get that far. Defensive, 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 defensive. I want to see it, damn it. Would you say you're in a house of spiders? Hi-oh! Sadly, no. Only one. Oh, I'd be concerned if your house were a roguelike dungeon set in this universe. Damn. 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 Whew. House of a Spider, yes. Oh. Alright, that was pretty sick. I don't think I've seen the corroded version either. I own every ID and just about every ego if you ever want to try them out. Sure. I prefer to like I'm trying to avoid spoilers, so I'm careful with what I look at because I'm not done with Ruina yet. I've already beaten LobCorp. I'm not done with Ruina though. Okay, this is probably the last node we do tonight. Do I need the box? Do I need the levels? I say the boxes, but no. All versions of the Solemn Lament Ego, even in Ruina, are what we call an unfocused volley. So just kind of hit whatever.
예전에 비사 면접에서 마주친 적이 있습니다.
뭐? 삼조 씨, 비사 면접도 봤었어?
B Corp.
물론 1순위는 K사였지만 애초에 저 같은 영재도 되지 못한 범죄들은 날개란 날개에 서류라도 다 넣어본단 말입니다.
First shot always hits the main target at least. What if there's only one target? Which means it technically has AoE but bounces with each hit hitting a random target. Alright. I didn't even look at what the attack weight was on it when I used it. I'll double check. There were corpses around Marley? Appalling couldn't begin to describe their state.
이런, 잠시만요. 화장실 좀.
우리 연구원들은 반항조차 하지 못했을 텐데요.
K사 직원들도 주먹 한번 내지르지 않았던 내 동료들을 곤봉으로 얻겠지.
우린 이놈들의 대장을 찾고 있다.
내가 궁금한 건 너희는 어떻게 살아있느냐야.
Yeah, we come back from the dead. I can return by death.
치우지 못할 정도는 아니었지.
3-0 moment.
폭탄은 좀 아팠지만.
Yes, unfocused volleys generally do the best damage to a single target since there's nowhere else for the targeting to go. Cool.
아니, 폭탄은 전멸 용도가 아니었어. 란과 슈렌네의 계획에 변수가 생긴 거군. 너희
I don't even know if Shren was in on the full plan if she just got assassinated.
기술이 없는 시대로 돌아간다 한들 당신들은 안식을 얻을 수 없어요. 이미 한번 기술이 주는 풍족함에 맛본 사람들은 그 이전의 시대를 견뎌낼 수가 없죠. 부자들 사이에서 뒷골목 여행이 유행했던 것도 삶을 돌아보고 자신이 쥔 것에 만족하는 시간이 되는 것뿐. 그 시대를 거슬러 올라 살아갈 사람은 드물죠.
Exactly.
그래서 난 말이 많은 사람이 싫어. 설명해 주는 것도 질색이고.
저는 그다지 말이 많은 편은 아니에요. 그리고 제게 있어서 설명이 필요한 영역은 없어요.
우리 중엔 워프 열차를 타는 사람이 없어.
You shouldn't. You absolutely should never. Down with fucking W Core. I hate him. I will be a Luddite as far as warp technology is concerned for the rest of my life.
더 이상 도시의 고기도 먹지 않지.
Well, you know, maybe I can bend my morals for that one. Fuck W Corp. All my homies hate W Corp. Thank you. Truth so earth-shattering it dropped my mic. Sorry.
실체를 알게 되면 뒷골목 여행 같은 얄팍한 마음 따윈 가질 수도 없어.
저보다 대단한 것을 아실 저희 집안 어르신분들은 너무 잘 이용하시던데요?
Because they would have had the front row seats.
대중들은 무지해서 직접 눈앞에서 보여줘도 대다수는 믿지 못해.
You're on thin ice, Pork. You're on thin ice.
그래서 내린 결론이 이거냐? 다 없애버린 후에 아무것도 남지 않은 세상에서 살게 해주기.
The unenlightened masses. They cannot make the judgment call.
너 같은
Give up
놈들은
free
이해
will
못해.
forever.
아니, 알 것 같은데? 좋게 말해도 말귀를 못 알아쳐먹는 놈들이 대부분이라서.
Alternatively, wake up, sheeple.
여기저기 좀 뭉개지고 얼굴이 쥐어 터져봐야 나 같은 놈한테도. 그럴 땐 그냥 싹 다 부숴버리면 어떨까 싶어.
만약 다음에 학력은 예외로 더 보겠어.
히스클리프 씨가 학력을 밝힌 적은 없지만 이해가 안 될 내용은 아니네요.
Excuse me?
그래도 이런 방식은 선을 넘었죠.
Nah, man, fuck W Corp. Like, no joke. Those guys suck. We'll do this, we'll do this. And I guess I'll do that, because it looks so hopeless. Give up free will forever. The voices won't be heard. That's, Metal Gear Rising, if you don't know. Why is he struggling so hard here? They're homeboys in sloshing gear. Also, you have your 10 movement speed. Nice. I'm assuming both of them are struggling. Well, this gives dark blue resonance at least. No real option here. Sure. So why did they have Shren get sliced in half though? Where was my explosion? Oi! Damn! 19? Holy! That's pretty good. Yisang? I guess he was struggling, huh? Can I get a purple in here? No, right? Could do that. Is it actually clashing though? Yes. So there is no brown resource, right? I've noticed that sometimes defensives and evasive skills just don't have an element. Most normal defense and evades only gain a sin affinity at UT4. Huh. Well, there's a reason to uptie it then. You're at the right movement speed, yes. You're struggling, but I should have it. Never mind. It's usually because they're not UT4 yet. All defenses that don't already have an affinity gain one then. That's pretty nice, man. That's pretty nice. The final uptie is very expensive though, right? I don't think I've even uptied for anything yet. Pop. Sure, we'll do that and call it a night. We'll return to this on Tuesday. I'm thinking Arknights tier list either tomorrow or the day after. I have a nice website for it. I just gotta set up a good scene to make it look good. Bam. I need a mod for Monster Hunter that gives you Wild Hunt Heathcliff. Greatsword. Whenever I see his enhanced skill 3 question mark, whatever the coffin one is, which would make sense for skill 3 considering how badass it looks. Anyway, I think of Monster Hunter Greatsword. Bam! Isang. This is not ideal. Getting hit with a stick is not ideal. Oh, it's Morel or whatever, right? Yeah. Oh, this is looking pretty good, actually. You know what? It's time, baby. Oh, it's time. I hope you live long enough to see this. You might not, because this is a skill 3 right here. Didn't even need the extra pop at the end. There's a 2-star Sinclair based on the red sheet ego these guys are wearing. Oh, I have that actually. I have that in my Rupture team, I think. Pork. I got it last time. Who got murdered with a Nerf bat for mouse sins? Yeah. Unfortunately so. We've got a lot of health. What? Never mind, he's dead as fuck! I thought he still had like half his health left. No, my ego. You didn't Don't laugh at me, Heathcliff. Okay, I'm out of ink. Let's do that uptie story and then call it a night. Alright, hear me out. Hear me out. What if I pulled one time? Oh, come on. It looked so bright. Alright. Nah, get me out of here. Okay. I've been burnt. I did that last WN, and I ended up getting... what's the Sinclair one? The Fey Lantern Ego? Please stop wasting tickets. Single pulls are objectively worthless. Yes, I know. I did it last time, and it paid off. I guess I'll start saving for the next WN now. And Clarion Lantern, yes. Your 10th pull on a 10 pull is guaranteed to not be a 1-star. And it's only on a 10 pull. Gotcha. Okay, so at the very least, you're gonna get not a 1-star. Okay. Ideal. Let's do it.
과분한 선물을 등에 졌소. 갈꽃 잃은 영혼들은 두 손에 꽉 쥐었소. 이제 우리는 어디로 나아가야 하겠소?
Goodbye now, a sorrow in you. Hand of salvation. Celebration for the departed and solemn lament for the living. Nay, I have rested well enough. Oft I am summoned for work, yet I despise it not. Thus there is no need for you to worry. An invisible bell resounds two pleasant, high-pitched rings. The only sounds within the containment unit are the child's voice and the bell. You worry that I may be overstraining myself. Perhaps I would say that, were the current workload much worse than usual, yet it is as burdensome as it always has been, thus familiar, which in turn makes it rather passable. But the child replies as though he is engaged in mutual conversation with something. It is likely that the abnormality with the head of a butterfly is directly transmitting its voice to this agent. In fact, I find this dialogue, rather pleasant. The conversation with you seems to broaden my perspective on things. The abnormality chatting with the child is a rather difficult entity to manage. T-01-68, also known as Funeral of the Dead Butterflies. This abnormality is rather choosy about which employee gets to manage it. Those with an unjust heart find nothing but a waste of time conversing with it, and those that are rash of heart will quickly find themselves exhausted. That is what makes this child the most fitting employee to manage this abnormality. He has an appropriate amount of both sense of justice and patience, and despite the fact that he is suppressing the abnormality's impulse, he does it through a gentle method of engaging in a mutual dialogue, not by force. The abnormality is probably intelligent enough to recognize that it is an attempt to manage it, but it does not allow it to bother him. Whichever was the case, it was rare to find an agent whose mind does not immediately crumble upon conversing with it. A dull sound of a bell echoes once. I was merely watching the butterfly resting upon the back of your hand. They are those with no place to return, thus are bound to rest upon you. Is that correct? Instead of a bell, the large butterfly atop the abnormality's head slowly flutters its wings. A behavior equivalent to a nod, perhaps. Should you perish, will the butterflies flutter away again? As one sits, only to rise again. There is no easy way to comprehend what this child is saying. It is rather difficult to understand what he means. He should know that death is not a concept applicable to the abnormalities, but the clear, almost refreshing sound of the bell conveyed that this work session yielded a positive result. The abnormality quite enjoyed that response. Probably. Then I shall take my leave. Until next time. Farewell. With that, the child exited the containment unit. He stands there for a moment, gladly enjoying that brief moment of respite. Still trapped in a daydream? Captain Ryoshu, only to be awoken from his ruminations by the child with a cigarette in her mouth, captain of the safety team. Treating abnormalities like their people will only complicate things. She's even speaking like Gebera, kinda. Don't make me sit. Don't make me slit its throat. Did I get that one right? I'm only giving it the impression of it. As you are well aware, this abnormality is... At least try to hide your grin when... We don't have time for this. Warning. Dawn of Violet warning. First warning trumpet activated. All suppression units in each department. An ordeal descends. Yes, it does. You're coming with me. I don't suppose there's any need for that. The child wields the guns, imbued with the butterflies, and stands back to back with the captain. Things aren't going according to plan. What, pray tell, does in this company? Stay here and hold the line. If you survive, but every single containment unit of this department falls, I'll kill you myself. Got that? Ah, that is a matter of death I would very much prefer to avoid. The child mutters with an exasperated frown while the butterfly bullets continue to blast from his guns. He'd grown into a very skilled employee over his time here, even enough so that he could exchange a few banter with his colleagues as he engaged in combat. Will you not assist, Captain? I'm heading to visit the information team to pick up the bullets they moved from the middle layer. The bullets. I see. The bullets must be the shield-type bullets that the manager and the Sephiroth fire to protect us, then. I prefer the bullet that bursts everything it touches. Isn't there a true beauty in blasting an annoying coworker's head apart? But I suppose the useful ones get to live. The control team captain ordered her men to move the bullet stock from the middle to the upper layer for some information training purposes, she says. The control team captain. Control, is that Malkuth or is that Hod? Central is Tiferet. Kessid is welfare. Gebra is disciplinary. Malkuth. Thank you. Ah, is it Captain Faust of whom you speak? Captain Faust? Then the training cannot have been her purpose, only an excuse to ensure we have access to the bullets. As that level of preparation appears rather unnecessary for ordeals of dawn, patently, a calamity of greater magnitude is nigh to unfold. It'll be a waste to use the bursting bullets on someone useful like you. I hear that the Sephiroth in charge of Captain Faust's department maintains quite the dangerously high standard for her subordinates. Testing. Testing. Can you hear me, upper layer employees? I will be in charge of the operations for this ordeal. Please follow my directions. She can try to come up with something airtight, but she's not smart enough for that. The captain must have prepared those countermeasures for such emergencies. Yet the more complicated the structure of a thing is, the greater the room it is for holes to go unnoticed. And I mean all of you, training team, information team, and safety team. I know that our employees can handle this. I suppose she's not lying, considering that an employee who can't handle it is no employee at all in her eyes. With that, the captain spun around and disappeared to the other side of the hallway. Left alone, the child turns the muzzles of his handguns towards the violet creatures. Fruits of understanding. Have you not lost your ways? He carries out his duty, firing butterflies as lost as his foes. I warn you, bloom and the path for one another to follow, and be the path for another to follow. In solemn silence. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Oh, I pogged so hard seeing the old LobCorp UI for this UT story. Oh, I wasn't even paying attention. Neither, it's Faust. Captain, not Sephiroth. Okay. Right. Team Captain is an agent position. You've never seen Regret Faust's Uptie story, so you want an interesting piece of information from it? Sure. Or you're never seeing it. Yeah, well, I could pull it next year, or 6 months from now, whatever. Sure. It's her in Regret, though, which is, like, merely 10th rank, like, newbie gear, right? Like, I don't know, this doesn't really seem like Captain capabilities to me. What the heck is that emoji urge? I had to go do some shenanigans. What I do? What do you mean, urge? Control Captain Faust's Uptie story, like a lot of things of hers, is done as her own personal logs. And in it, she mentions the 50-day cycle. Excuse me? She knows? How does a normal agent know about that? Yeah. No one should know about that. I mean, Angela. They're gonna give us like an Angela ego or ID. That sounds scary, actually. I don't think I want that, actually. Never mind. Okay, I think that's gonna do it. I've got some great syncing stuff now. I'll try them out on, what's it called? Mirror Dungeon later. My Rupture team was already pretty good. I don't understand Tremor, but I do have stuff for it now. I think this is Burn/Tremor. And I guess I won't up-tie him at the moment, but I think I will try him out if he at least inflicts Tremor and Burn. It's only Burn, never mind. Do I even have a Tremor one then? Yes. Okay, we'll go with that then. Focus on running a Burn team first and foremost. Okay. I tried Burn at one... Actually, no, I tried Bleed the other day. So, Burn, Burn, Burn... What else is Burn? Don Claire gets insane buffs from running the other two. Okay. Cool. I don't think I have a Burn Yi song. And I gotta equip all of his stuff. I guess there's an easy way of doing that. Just go through here. Burn, Burn... Well, of course, Burn, actually. Fluid Sac. I believe this is Burn. And a little bit of Poise. Tremor. I mean, they're going to be giving Tremor. Do I have a Burn? This is Rupture. I don't even know what this is. Poise. And this is Bleed. Okay. I think I'll try this out for now then. Were you Burn? Oh yeah, you're Burn. Go with that. LCCB Ryoshu is an unholy Rupture Tremor Poise hybrid. Oh my lord. It's quite the mouthful. This is Burn. Oh, it's not very good Burn, though. It's not very good Burn. And she does none of them well. The trifecta of sucking. Let's see. I think this is Burn, but it's like... No, it's Bleed. But it's a weird one. I guess that's as good as it's gonna get. And I don't think any of you are Burn. Charge and Bleed. No. Bleed? Liu Honglu sucks so much that you're actually... Just use base Honglu for the SP passive. Wow. Let's see. And she does none of them well. She's mostly used for her very goofy support passive. Okay. I don't actually look at the passives. That's something I should fix. Because Don Claire's ego and their Otis's bullets drain his SP. Okay. Speaking of Otis, we already have that selected. I believe that's already up-tied 3 as well. I don't think anything in here is Burn. That's Bleed. That's Tremor. That's Sinking. That's Sinking. That's Rupture. What about you? Paralyze. Paralyze is kind of nice, but probably not. Of course, your Burn. Base Roja has a decent enough passive. What am I missing out here by not reading these? On hit and play. Huh. 1 bleed at a 50% chance. Is that only for her? One ally with the most HPL deals 20% damn! The passives are available even if they're not currently in the fight, right? That's not bad at all. None of you are Burn. No, none of you are Burn. I think that's as good as it's gonna get. Oh, support passive is the bottommost one. It's the one that is active when the ID itself isn't. Okay. First passive is in the fight, support is when not fielded. Gotcha. Is the regular passive only for the character? Or would she be giving everybody a 50% chance to bleed 1. Or is it strictly for her? Because I probably wouldn't want to be fielding default Roja anyway if I could help it, now that I have all these options. Strictly for her. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Alright. This is my burden team. I would assume we would field the Don Office ones first. Maybe Don Quixote, Merceau, and Otis. And then if I have room for one more, I guess Honglu or... That's about it, actually. I don't have any other burns. Modern IDs can have lots of passives, but there's only ever 2 Sin passives, a personal on-field one and a support off-field one. The ones that require either owned Sin or resource. Gotcha. So for example, I would like to know what's going on with these two. Upon entering the encounter for the first time, gain 0 Fire Butterfly Coffin. What the hell? There's lore in here? Max stack 30 can be gained up to 20 stacks per turn. On hit using a base skill, gain 2 stacks. Turn end at 20 plus stacks, gain burn next turn equal to half the surplus stacks past 20 rounded down. At 30 stacks, gain 5 burn and 2 burn count. What? Huh? Let's see. Don Quixote support. They add lore and new IDs now. Hornet has a cool one for his S3. Really? Let's see. The other 2 Don IDs don't spoil anything in their uptie stories. So only Sinclair I don't uptie? Because we could uptie this one more time. Problem is, I'm getting kind of tired. So maybe we'll save it for next time. Modern IDs and bosses have hella lore in their effect/passive flavor text. That's something that only basically started this year. Okay. Good to keep in mind. Does that mean my Ryoshu? Wait, where was that? All that under? Where would you even see that? These stories are probably longer, so I can def save it for next time. Alright. I'll try them without their skill trees and a mirror dungeon before next time. Alright, thank you for watching. We got kind of unlucky, but hopefully before this ends I'll be able to... We'll have time until the season end. I would like to spend my... Where are they? I would like to make something for Faust. We'll probably make that ego that you guys showed me. And I would like to maybe get something for Gregor. I'm not sure what yet. I kind of want the Fire Fist one, but I already have a Fire Gregor ID. So I don't know what I would craft now. Maybe an ego? I don't have very many egos. In fact, I don't have any egos for Gregor. So it's just his base ID one, which is a meme apparently. And I'm probably not going to have enough for Ryoshu. But if I could make something for these two, I'd be quite happy. I don't have him uptied, Urge, and I'm pretty tired. We'll save him for next time. I'll uptie him, I'll uptie the 2 ones of these, and we'll hopefully finish Canto for... Hopefully. I'm not sure how much longer it'll be. And then off stream I can go ahead and do all these filler nodes. Oh, brother. That's a lot of them. Isn't the lore in his battle effect after skill 2? I mean, I can take a look. Is it under here? What am I looking for? Whoa! I mean, there's this right here. There aren't that many good Gregors. Maybe AEDD Gregor from this season. He's an event ID and therefore somewhat difficult to get. Okay. I might take a peek at that right now before we end it. It's that. Okay. The research teams, that's us, examination has confirmed that even gears that were outcome... Let me start that over. The research teams, that's us, examination has confirmed that even gears that were outcomes of stable, refined extractions may undergo slight mutations depending on the user. No, I wouldn't attribute that to incompleteness. Rather, such changes may even be a process of these gears reaching their own completion, like real ego. Let us label this phenomenon alteration for now. Is this talking about the fact that we have different versions of abnormalities? I forget what the term that we use. Interesting. Alright, I'm out of here. Oh, it's about always rifle controlled dual shotgun. I forgot about that. I forgot that shit's badass as hell. Alright, have a great rest of your night, everybody. More linked with the ego that it changed, I think. Cool. Because, yeah, the Hornet's not a shotgun in LobCorp. Oh, you're right. You're right. AEDD, you said it's a event. Huh. I don't recognize this. Hey, it's charge. I don't have a charge team like at all. Photoelectricity. Max value 3. When this unit is hit, the attacker gains charge count equal to the value, once per skill. If the attacker has 5 charge count, they gain +3 additional charge count. Or less than 5 or less charge count, they gain +3 additional charge count. Turn end, this effect expires. Huh. Alright. When did I miss this event reward, bro? What the hell is down there? Alright. That's enough of that. I don't want to spoil anything. I do recognize this, though. I think Pork had this. Charge teams have kind of fallen off these days. The middle has always usurped it as the primary NV team. He was not a reward, he was a pull exclusive. Oh. Huh. Well, I mean, it's a charge option. My charge team is significantly not there. In fact, I don't even have them as a tab. It would be this. And I don't even know what other charge IDs I have, actually. I use AEDD in my middle team. Cool. Alright. Well, maybe that's what we'll get for Gregor. We'll probably get... We'll get the Ego for Faust first, because we're way closer for that. And then I'll work on Gregor next. Again, off stream, I will be doing Mirror Dungeons. He's actually charge/rupture, so maybe he can help you on that front. Sure. Sorry for being an hour late today again. I'll try not to be late tomorrow. I haven't fully decided what to do yet tomorrow. It might be the start of the Arc Knights tier list, but I also don't want to become a tier list Andy and only do tier list streams, because I also want to do Lost Saga tier list, and I also have some PS3 stuff I want to get back to. It's too much to stream in too little time. Have a great rest of your night. Goodbye.